Yes, people, what's going on? The club is back, brought to you by Sky Bet. We're here very, very early this morning. We are live in the morning, which is crazy. This is the first time ever we've been live in the AM.
So I've barely woken up, lads. I've got bags under my eyes.
It has to be the first time we've ever been live in the AM. We're here for Newcastle, Chelsea, a very important fixture in regards to Champions League football and getting one of those top 5 spots. And as we said, we are brought to you by Sky Bet, who have a huge super boost for you guys. Another super boost as well. It's for Harvey Barnes to have 1 or more shots on target. So if Harvey Barnes has 1 or more shots on target, you can get evens on that. It was 4-7 before that, and it has now been boosted to evens. And now, obviously, you're having a little bit of a bet, so you could lose your money, but these boosts usually do come in. Hit the link in the description if you're interested, and T's and C's apply. 18 plus, be gamble aware. But as I'm saying, Newcastle versus Chelsea, big game. I'm here with Buvey and, of course, Rory.
I love it, Harvey Barnes. I'm fancying him to do something special today against Chelsea. I need something after yesterday, of course. And he's been fantastic, Harvey Barnes, in recent weeks. I feel like he hasn't played in the middle part of the season, wasn't playing much, he wasn't starting much. I think he had a few injury problems, but now looks sharp, doesn't
Every
he?
now and again, you need that, don't you? You need a player that comes good when it most matters. You know, sometimes when the other players, like your better players, they've had their season, they've contributed massively, they've done the business, but you can't rely on the same players all the time, and somebody needs to pick up the slack. Like, you know, when you won the league, like, there would be somebody, like, everybody will go, it was Aguero's goals. But there'll be somebody else.
Gundogan with 7 goals or whatever. Or
yeah, someone
Mahrez
chips in.
with 3 or 4.
Exactly, someone chips and then somebody who's almost forgotten. Michy Batshuayi chips in and wins you the league. Loic Remy chips in and wins you the league. You know, Solomon Kalou. Solomon Kalou chips in and wins you the league. Yeah. So the fact that Harvey Barnes has found form right at this point, it's
they're playing him and Gordon. And Isaac and Murphy. They're almost playing 4-2-4 against you lot. That's ambitious, isn't it?
It is, but I think it's clever from Eddie Howe. He's a great manager, but it's clever because if you think about our if you think about where our frailties lie, it's our back line. Yeah. So you might as well accentuate your positive. They've got a very good front line. Accentuate your positive. Like, there's no point in them trying to maybe compete with our midfield, which is quite strong, or our forward line, which is deep. They might as well go for our back line, which is our frailty.
Talking about your midfield, you got Lavia and Enzo in there today. How are you feeling about that?
We're a better team with Romeo Lavia in the side. His problem is fitness, not form. We're a far better team with Romeo Lavia. If Romeo Lavia's fit, he starts every week.
He's so good, mate.
He elevates our midfield and gives us the dimension that we just don't have.
He's so good.
Our best player this season, this kind of tells you how good he is. Our best player this season is Moises Caicedo. Yeah. You know, at some clubs you can have a debate. That demonstrates quite how brilliant Romeo Lavia is, that the player of the season is moved out of position. That's how good.
There's a chance he's got that wrong as well, though, isn't it? I don't back him doing that.
I know you don't like. No, I probably agree with you.
I think you play Caicedo. I know. What do I know relative to this guy? But Caicedo and Lavia is a double.
I know your opinion is as valid as anybody.
Well, you got Reece James on the bench, so you could play a natural right back if you wanted to.
See, he wants to have Caicedo on the pitch.
Gusto on the bench.
Yeah. He wants to have Caicedo on the pitch. This is the problem.
Yeah.
And he's therefore accommodating to just get him on the pitch.
Isn't it your mate Enzo who should be making way?
I'm not a huge fan of Enzo Fernandez, but he hasn't been playing particularly badly. I don't rate him as highly as everybody else. I certainly don't think he's captain material. But he has been playing fairly well. He's been scoring quite big goals for us as well.
He won 5 on a spin.
Yeah, we've found form. Do you know what? We got a massive win, slightly undeserved, against Fulham. We played Fulham away, and we scored in the last minute. Neto scored. And we basically haven't looked back since that point. Yeah. You know, we have found form at the right time, which is something that Chelsea haven't really done of late. It's something that we did hugely in our history, certainly our recent history. But it's not something that we've done of late. Like, we really have dug out results when we most need them. Like, we fairly recently, off the back of Fulham, we played Everton at home. That, to me, just felt like a total banana skin. It just felt like a total opportunity for David Moyes, who's got that Everton team. Do you know how well David Moyes has done at that club? I was reading on the way here, the Telegraph have done a piece on him. Listen to this, madness. When he took over at Everton, they were 1 point above relegation. Today, they're 20 points above.
Amazing.
Look, I'm not saying that he's manager of the year, okay, because I think that there are other more shining examples that have burned brighter through the whole season. If Forest make it, you make a case for Espirito de Santo. Obviously, Arne Slot has to be mentioned here. Yep. Depending on what happened with Villa, Unai Emery's in contention. Like, there are a lot of managers who have shone. But in a very particular conversation, 1 point from relegation, which means that you are totally in it,
Yeah.
to 20 points away from it. David Moyes, it's unreal, isn't it? And you look at what's happened to West Ham since he's gone. You know,
You were right about Potter,
Moyes,
mate. What can I say?
Yeah.
For now,
for now.
give him a summer. Come on.
No, he'll get the summer.
West Ham, I know he wasn't there in the summer. West Ham had a huge summer last summer.
Yeah.
He spent
Remember,
a
we
lot of
come
money.
out of that window thinking West Ham looked
believe
good.
it.
No.
There's that stat they spent 500 million quid since the last good striker they've had.
Yeah.
Who- I forgot. Is it Jermaine Defoe
No,
in the early 2000s?
I saw it
Who
as
is
well.
it? No, Tevez or
was
something.
something like 60 strikers.
60 strikers. It's $500 million quid.
Like they've had 60 strikers that haven't worked out.
Fulkrug.
They always buy strikers who are like Fulkrug, who are very rated on the continent.
Well, they
and
kept
then
playing
come here and-
Antonio,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
they? They kind of kept. Antonio was a very good player and a very efficient player, and he basically papered over the crack that allowed them not to sign not to go out and spend a fortune on a striker. So they always felt like they could get away with a Fulkrug type signing or you know, just somebody a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because they had Mikel Antonio to chip in with some goals. But look, with regard to us today, we got the win against Everton, which big win for us. That win against Fulham, which again a very big win for us. So I think this now comes down to if we win today, I think we will make top four.
I think you will.
I
If
think
we
that's
lose
what I was about to
today-
say.
Level on
Whoever
points with
wins this
Newcastle.
is
If we
pretty much-
lose today, do you know what we potentially have, which could be one of the biggest games of the final day? Weirdly, the fact that Liverpool have been so good and won the league so easy and early, and the fact that the teams at the bottom have been so bad and have been relegated so quickly, it basically means that the final day of the season, Chelsea playing Forest for a playoff for the Champions League.
Amazing.
That's what it will come down to. But I'm thinking that Forest might be spent. Forest could be done by then. And if we can beat Newcastle away, I think
You
we
just
make
win
it.
today, I think.
We do it. We've done it if we win today.
You're 1 point behind Arsenal if you win today, and they've got Liverpool.
Yeah.
So you could be 1 point behind
Liverpool
Arsenal,
are
same
done
games
though.
played.
Liverpool are done. Liverpool aren't up for it in the way that
But their closest title challengers coming to Anfield.
Yeah.
I think they might want to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we never know the impact that Arsenal dropping out the Champions League is going to have.
Yeah.
You know, when you drop out the Champions League like that, I've seen it happen at Chelsea.
Let's talk
You
about
just
that.
can't focus. You can't get
Hard
back.
to pick yourself up.
Yeah, and they
Hard
didn't
to
go
pick
out. They
yourself
didn't go out of Europe in the way that Villa did. Like Villa, on some level, beating Paris Saint-Germain in a tie. Not in a tie, in a leg. They can go out with their heads held high.
Yeah.
They performed really well. The
They had a go,
atmosphere was
Roars.
rocking.
They had a go, didn't they?
Arsenal.
No, Aston Villa had a go.
Aston Villa
had a
go
go,
out with it.
didn't they?
And also, on some level, Aston Villa shouldn't have been there anyway. So it was already
Yeah.
a success. Whereas Arsenal, they didn't necessarily go out with a whimper, but they went out a missed opportunity.
Well, they went out with 4 centre-backs and 3 defensive midfielders on the pitch.
And thinking that you could outsmart...
And Ethan Ranieri was on the fucking
Thinking that you
pitch.
could outsmart Luis Enrique by launching the ball into the box. Did you see Glenn Whelan's tweet?
What do you say?
Glenn Whelan.
Glenn Whelan
I don't
was very-
follow Glenn Whelan.
Well, you're missing out. Now you regret it. Now you regret it, don't you? No, Glenn Whelan put out a thing. I think when Stoke were doing that, Arsene Wenger got quite annoyed with Tony Pulis's Stoke, of which Glenn Whelan was one of the better players, for doing that with Rory Delap. And Glenn Whelan tweeted, I wonder what Arsene Wenger's thinking
Yeah.
right now, watching Thomas Partey just launch the ball
It was
into
a
the
bit
box.
embarrassing. I thought it was a bit embarrassing. I thought it was a bit tin pot. First 5 minutes, you get a throw in, launch it. Of course, you're not going to not use your tools at your disposal. But come, it was like
do you
the
know
whole
what, Boots?
game they were
Boots,
launching the ball.
Do
It was
that.
like-
I think do that. Launch it in every single throw in. But do some other things as well.
yeah.
like don't let that be the tactic.
It was shocking. The final 20 minutes was real. It was small club mentality.
Mate,
it felt like this is Arsenal Football Club in Paris. Like
PSG have that thing as well, where if you
When you used to think you used to
when
think that they
Arsenal
would have
scored
bottled
like
job.
2-1, you think, oh,
Yeah.
I still think they are. Royce.
Saka had a
I
big
still think
chance
they are.
I still
after
think
that
they
as well.
are
I
as
still
well.
think they are. I think if you're half decent, you beat in the final 20 minutes. They don't have the. I get slagged off online for saying it. I still think the French league, you don't have the intensity in their legs.
You know the
Saka
one
missed an
thing-
open net out of
Yeah.
nowhere, didn't he? In the final 20 minutes.
This
Yeah.
team looks different though. I think, having Luis Enrique there, who it's all about the football.
He's wicked.
It's not about Messi or Neymar or Mbappe. It's all about the team, all about the
Good side, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
They make
not
me
about
love
the
football again.
individual.
They make me love football.
And do you know, the impact is going to be very interesting to see what happens to Arsenal, because for the first time ever, like I rate Arteta, I really do. I think any talk of him being sacked is mental. I just don't get it. But just saying it as it is, this doesn't mean he needs to be sacked. But I swear he's gone mad the last week or so since that result. Like actually, if not mad, delusional.
Saying they were better than PSG
Yeah.
is delusional
Hey,
arrogance. Delusional.
Yeah,
It was
even
that.
in the first leg, PSG were better than them.
No, they got beat home and away. They lost by 2 goals. The guy missed the
3-1.
penalty. They lost home and away. You can't say you're a better team. Like, you just can't come out of that those 2 experiences and say these 2. There were 2 sentences he said where I was like, this geezer ain't well. He went. We were the better team over the 2 legs, or over 160 minutes, I think. What did he say? Something, he put a
He
time
said
on.
Donnarumma
He said
was
we
the
were the
best
best
player.
team. Yeah.
No, then he
As if
said
they were
the
parking
only
the bus.
difference. He said the only difference between the 2 players was Donnarumma. And I thought what the implication there is if Donnarumma switches teams, that the results switch. If he's the only difference, and you're like, that's not true. Throughout the pitch, basically every single Paris Saint-Germain player won their individual battle.
Yeah.
There was
Also, to
there
blame
wasn't
a keeper for
Donnarumma.
doing his job is mental.
So David Raya had a good time. David Raya saved the penalty, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, it was
Do you think he's starting to feel the pressure, old Arteta?
not from within, but from without. That makes sense?
Not from within,
not
from
from
outside.
not from not from within, from without. No, I stand by that. Not from within.
From
I don't
without.
think if you're an Arsenal fan of any sort of mental capacity, I don't think you're putting pressure on it.
Yeah.
If you're an Arsenal fan who's going to the game, I think you are totally happy with Arteta. If you're an Arsenal player, I think you're happy with Arteta. And if you're in the Arsenal board or
If
whatever.
he'd spent 400 million quid in the summer and they had a massive summer, I think you can put pressure on him. But he hasn't had the tools at his disposal. He spent good money, but he's not.
They've
He had
wasted
Marino
money.
up front against PSG.
They wasted
come
money
on.
though, Booth.
They've wasted money.
And
They
there was a
wasted
lot
a
of
bit of
talk.
money.
There was a lot of
Mate,
talk on
Calafiori rather
Arteta
than-
being responsible for the transfer, like direction last summer, and they just bought loads of defenders.
But
Yeah.
he's still, I think people are so quick to forget. And this is a problem in football, like the fickle nature of football fans. You can see it in so many clubs. Like Kieran McKenna, people saying Kieran McKenna should be sacked from Ipswich. You're like, hang on a minute, he's done really well. What are you on about? I think people do the same thing with Arteta. When he took over that club, they were a joke. They were a genuine punchline. They've just got to their first semi-final in Europe for the first time in 16 years. They've just beaten Real Madrid home and away. Real Madrid at the time, European champions. They beat them home and away. And I think they're going to finish second in the league for the 3rd season running. Arsenal are now a serious opposition, a serious force capable of competing for major serious
So they need a
honours.
striker. They need
Yeah,
two. They need two
completely.
forwards.
But
You
you
have
know,
to
if you
make
talk
hay while the
about,
sun's
you know, if you
shining.
talk about him getting sacked, you're like, wait, are you forgetting where they were? They were a complete joke, mate. Do you remember that geezer, Guendouzi and fucking Mustafi
Lichtensteiner
and
and all that.
Lichen? Yeah, it was like, do you remember they signed that geezer?
Leno.
Yeah, no, what was it? It was a Swedish fella. Like,
Kim Karlsson.
and you're like,
That was under Wenger.
no, Karlsson was years ago. Yeah, he played a few games. But you're just like, Arsenal are now a serious team.
Yeah, but he needs to be backed up.
But
I
are
don't
they?
know enough about if it's
Are they a
him.
serious team, or are they just better than what they were before?
They are a serious team.
Because ultimately, there's going to be pressure to win trophies. And whilst I agree with Rory in the sense of the Champions League and getting them to the semi-finals, progression on quarter-final last year, and you can see a clear improvement. Arne Slot won the league, and when you've been posturing as we're the second team, only City have been stopping us, and
But
if
Arne
City
Slot
weren't
being
here, we'd
brilliant.
have won the league. And then
Honestly,
you have to
being
go-
brilliant doesn't mean Mikel Arteta hasn't done well.
Yeah, but there's also going to be pressure to win the league or to win the trophies, and you've won nothing.
Look, this is what it looks
Arsenal are
like
a big club.
me and you two standing next to each other, doesn't it? Joe Cole and Peter Crouch is what it looks like when me and Buvey are standing next to each other, or me and you are standing next to each other. No, look, mate, I don't get it with this Arteta out thing. I really just don't see
I think
it.
there's more pressure than last season.
I think if we're here next
think he's
year,
closer to the edge.
Booth, 100%. What happened this time last year? We would be sitting here having the exact same conversation about Arsenal. Do you remember they got beat by Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
So 13 months ago, they got beat by Bayern Munich, and we would have gone, they're missing a striker. And you would have looked at their striking options, who was stronger last year. They still have Reece Nelson and like their goal scoring options, Havertz, Jesus, and you would have gone, those goal scoring options aren't good enough. 13 months ago. We're now 13 months later, and it's still the same players.
But why is Ethan Manieri not playing then? Why didn't he get a minute in the
in
game?
what position?
He comes on when they need a goal. They're chasing two
but
goals.
when you say-
Odegaard's had a terrible 2 games. He's had a shocking. You have to take Odegaard off for Ethan Manieri, in my opinion, or you bring on Manieri for
Partey, just
for
say
Moreno.
the other way that this goes, though? Say that happens, and Arsenal get beat, and Wanyeri has a poor game, which could easily happen in a game of that magnitude.
Yeah, he
Such
might
a
not even
young
touch
man.
the ball. Yeah, of
I
course.
feel like I feel like what we'd then say is we'd go, your big players, and Odegaard is their big player. Your big players have to be on the pitch.
Why has he got 4 centre backs on the pitch? Why not take a centre back off?
That's a good question. That's a good question. When you're going for the
it's, you know, when we say with young kids, or throw someone in and he's a complete kid, like one of the lads you've got that plays in the Conference League, or whatever.
Mark Buvey or whatever.
Yeah, but this guy scored goals against PSV. He scored against Girona. Whoa! Did you see the goal against Girona at the start of the season?
Yeah.
Mate, it's like
he's probably played 20 games for Arsenal now, hasn't he?
And he scored. I think he scored more goals in the Champions League this season than Odegaard.
What's happened to Odegaard?
I think he's.
I'm a big fan of his, but
you've always. I mean, I don't think you're wrong to be a big fan. He's just had a bad time.
You know what I think would help Martin Odegaard is having a striker play up there. You know, when you are being resorting to these long balls into the box from out wide, in wide areas. That's why I think Saka does so well, because he can get to the byline, cut back, and cross into the box. And that's all pretty much Arsenal are doing at the moment. If you have a striker there that's making the runs, maybe like a Gabby Jesus who can make those runs in between defenders, I think that's when Odegaard comes alive, because he can find those passes, but he's not really...
Do you know where there's problems for them now, though? You know, at various points where we've said Arsenal need a striker, there's been like an obvious answer who that striker is. Who is it now? Like, really?
Gyökeres.
Ekitike. Yeah, but it's Gyökeres.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know enough
60
about
mil. The price tag makes sense. The goals in Europe make sense. His form in the Champions League.
60 unless there's a release.
I've seen a release called a 59.8. So even 70 is good value. I mean, you look at Sesko, you think he's a big lump.
I think they're going to get Watkins.
They should have done it in January. They would have beaten PSG with Watkins up front.
I'm
convinced of it.
I think you might be right.
I'm convinced of it.
I don't know. Are we being unfair on PSG though? Because they've been brilliant, you know.
Yeah, but they still gave up. They gave up an open net to a poor Arsenal side, and they should have scored Saka with on his right foot. We can criticise if it was a hard chance or not.
Arsenal did have a lot of chances.
They still have to score another one to go extra time. They might not do that.
I think it says more about how bad Arsenal were, in my honest opinion.
And PSG had in the first leg, for example, could have been 2 or 3-0 at full time.
You've always got chances against PSG.
Yeah, but Arsenal could have been 3-0 up after 15 minutes out there.
But what I'm saying is, if we look at Arsenal's chances, PSG had bucket loads, especially in that first leg. I didn't see as much of the second leg as I would have liked to, but
yeah, it's interesting anyway. But obviously we're talking about the Champions League there. Today we will find out, I think, one team that make it. If Chelsea win, I think Chelsea make it. If Newcastle win...
I need a Newcastle win. I can't believe I thought it was done actually for City. I thought we were top 4 done.
What
Seriously.
Yesterday?
I can't believe it.
Well,
Mate,
especially against Southampton, it's ironic, isn't it? But, yeah, no.
He's a wally, isn't he?
Even Pep goes, I don't know what he was talking about.
He's a wally. They do this though, some City players. They seem to believe that everybody... No, sorry, that completely snuck up on me. I didn't. Usually, I'd plan for that.
Hay fever.
Hay fever. I had no idea that was
Usually
coming.
Plan for that.
Usually, I'd accommodate.
That felt like an end of season game, didn't it? It felt like we'd already qualified. We'd won the Premier League 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
It's like mental.
Rodri did it against Scotland.
Yeah, he did.
Rodri did it when he was playing for Spain against Scotland. Beat him. McTominay.
Yeah.
And Rodri was crying. Yeah.
And now it happens all the time.
Now Ruben Diaz is crying. Cry Jammer. Cry Jammer.
That's good. That where you nicked that from?
He's already won this season if he's dating my. Where
did you nick that from? Hold on a minute.
Hey, it just come to me.
Crying Jammer. What do you say?
Cry Jammer because he's crying.
Where's that from?
It's called a brain, mate.
No, brain.
Mate, have you never heard
Someone's
of a pun?
called him up on TalkSport saying that. Some Rovers fan.
Have you never heard of a pun?
No, but you've not made that up. No way.
How do you Mate, have you never heard of a pun?
I'm going to give
but you've not. I've never heard of you making up a pun.
It's a play on words.
You've never made up a pun.
He's crying and he's going out with Cry Jammer.
She's a Rovers fan. They got relegated this season.
Good.
Yeah, she's a Rovers fan.
Is she a Rovers fan?
Yeah, she did Football Virgin on Copper 90, remember?
Man City fan.
No, she's a Rovers fan. Got relegated. And Ronnie Size, he's a Rovers fan. They got relegated. Ronnie Size?
Don't know who that is.
Oh,
the guy in the car who wanted to fight the cyclist.
No, Ronnie Size, drum and bass DJ.
That's
yeah. Ronnie Pickering. I love that guy. I love that guy. Oh,
you've heard of Ronnie Size, Jungle and all that.
Sorry, I was thinking of the bloke in the car.
But it's a massive game. I'm hoping for a Newcastle win.
Sorry.
I'm Ronnie Pickering.
I wonder what he's doing now.
I don't know. Phone him up.
You'd probably do like club nights and that.
Yeah, guest appearance. You'd have a selfie with him. You'd have a selfie with him. You met Ronnie Pickering.
No, I wouldn't. You would. You bang on about it.
You had a selfie with a Willstone Raider.
No, I didn't. I sat next to him for the England final. But
what?
That's a long story.
What? You wrote what? When we got beat by Italy?
I told you.
What? Last summer?
Spain. Yeah, against Spain.
We never
told us that.
Honestly, I never knew that.
I've
I was
never
sat
known
next
that.
to him. I took his mate's seat in the second half, and me and his mate nearly had a fight. Because I bought a cheap ticket and I was moving around. I was in the Spanish end, and I kept moving closer
get
towards
closer
the
to the
end.
England fans.
Yeah, and then I took the Wilson Raiders mate's seat in the second half, and he came up to me, squared up to me like that little short guy.
Mate,
Then
the
Palmer scored. I was right behind it when Palmer scored.
Willstone Raiders game, you know. You want to watch that?
Yeah, I was chatting to
Well, I
him.
suppose you're so big compared to him. You could
Oh,
tip
he'd
him
shit
upside
himself.
down.
He'd shit himself,
Hold
yeah.
him upside down.
No
yeah.
question.
We're getting closer to kickoff. We've got about 5 minutes to go. Remember, Sky Bet have a great super boost for you guys. It's on Harvey Barnes to have one or more shots on target. It was 4-7. It's now evens, and you can get on that right now. Remember, you have to be 18 plus. T's and C's apply. Please gamble aware. It's looking like St. James's Park is ready for the players to come out. I'm looking forward to this game. It's one of those weird ones where these early kickoffs, they never go the way you think they're going to go.
No.
But we're all gearing up for a Newcastle win.
Yeah,
Chelsea could win 4-0.
100%. Is that your prediction? What's your prediction?
Chelsea to win 3-2.
3-2. I don't know about that.
It's going to be a ding-dong, this is.
I think it's going to be 3-2 Newcastle.
I hope it's one of them games, though.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't mind
Yeah.
which way it goes.
This is whatever you say about the Premier League this season. I mean, it's like these guys have been fantastic. The 6 clubs going for the Champions League, 7 clubs, been amazing.
Newcastle started really slowly as well, didn't
Yeah, they've been slow. Forest started well. Now they're falling off. Feel sorry for Forest a little bit. Well, I
It's
mean,
all
I
gone
don't.
very
But
Leicester, innit? Remember Leicester
Yeah,
did it back
it's
to
hard,
back to
it's
back.
hard,
Was it
man.
3 times in a row?
2
2.
times 5th, yeah, with Brendan Rodgers. But at least with that period of time, they won the FA Cup. And Nottingham Forest, they must be a little bit flat. They obviously lost to Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. They were poor in that game, I thought, as well. Had a couple of chances, and now they could come 7th. So I tweeted yesterday. I was like, congrats on getting into the Europa League to Nottingham Forest fans.
Did they get after you?
I don't know. I always mute it. If I go after someone, I mute it.
That's shit-ass behaviour.
Because I was going after Sheffield United fans in midweek, and they started slagging me off.
Sheffield United fans.
Yeah, they beat Bristol City 3-0.
Yeah, I know
really,
that.
Really bad decision. So I was like saying they're going to get relegated again next season.
Did you see? We'll save it for when Rory's here, but Coventry lost. Yeah. That was good, innit?
Yeah, I'm glad Coventry lost.
Sunderland with the win. I would like to see Sunderland come back up. I don't mind Sunderland coming
I'd
up.
rather, definitely them over Sheffield United. 100%. I don't want to see Sheffield United again. I'm so bored
No,
of
they're
them.
so boring. I'm sick of them now. Maybe if you give us some time to miss you.
I've never
Like,
missed
you're not-
them. I've never
okay,
missed
to
them
be
even
fair,
when Neil Warnock was there,
I would've
moaning
missed
about the
them.
Tevez transfer and all that. Honestly, I never cared for them.
Remember, they've been done over a few times. Remember the Villa one? When the ball didn't go over the line?
Yeah.
Or did it? Didn't it?
It went over the line, but they weren't able to check.
Yeah.
I think, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so they have been done over a few times.
Yeah.
'Cause they took West Ham to court for that, didn't they? I'm sure West Ham had to give them 20 million or something
Something like that. I think it was less than that. It wasn't that much, I don't think.
over the Tevez.
Tevez and Mascherano, third-party transfer as well. But it kept them in the league. He scored that goal against you lot, didn't he? The free kick, Tevez.
I feel like we let them to kind of get the deal.
No
Tevez deal.
way.
We'd won the league.
No way.
We'd won the
Fergie's not
league.
like, no way. Do you think? No
Kerbishley
way.
was his mate, remember?
Really?
Yeah, Kerbishley was his
I've
mate.
never heard that.
I wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised if sometimes they just.
That's conspiracy stuff there.
It is. It's a theory that I've made up, much like the QPR team allowing City to win.
That's less of a conspiracy because when you rewatch the game, Sean Wright Phillips obviously played for QPR. Was throwing the ball straight back.
Yeah. Nedum
There's
Manua.
another one, Nedum Manua as well.
Was it?
Paddy
like
Kenny.
Paddy
Paddy
was-
Kenny threw the
yeah.
ball back. Yeah, but obviously there's no City connection there. But I think he just wanted. I think a lot of people are happy to see United not win the
Yeah.
title.
Mm.
Oh, bloody hell. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and obviously leave your comments down below. Score predictions as well. Check out Sky Bet. This is going to be a juicy, juicy game.
Nicholas Jackson, Madwakey, Palmer, Neto. It's all right, team. That is.
They need a lot of work in the summer, don't they? I feel like they need a lot of work.
You could see them like selling a lot of players and then bringing in the same amount again.
Need new
How are they
keeper,
gonna
new
get
centre back.
done for this at some point?
I don't know. I don't know how it's not happening already. But new keeper,
Hold
two
on a
new
minute.
centre
Use
backs.
Hall's name's Kiernan,
Yeah,
not
Kieran.
Kieran.
No, Kieran.
Who's Kieran?
Two centre backs, keeper. They need a lot of work, man.
Rory don't rate Colwill, does he? Do
No, he doesn't at all.
you remember when he was linked to Liverpool for like 60 mil? They should have
Crazy,
took that, innit?
crazy. But I kind of get it. Maybe at Liverpool he might have flourished. We don't know.
Mm.
We just don't know, do we?
How many does he get today?
He gets a couple. Do you think he stays at the club throughout the summer?
I don't think he goes. I don't think Isaac plays for another English team.
You don't think?
From Newcastle. So I don't think he goes directly from Newcastle to another English team. I think it'd be abroad or nothing. Because they don't have to accept the money, do they? Although PSR, I guess.
Yeah, they're going to have to sell a lot. I mean, Aston Villa are having to sell a lot of players, and they're
If
not
they
even
get
in
Champions
PSR.
League, they don't have to sell him.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. For him to get them back in the Champions League, it's one of the great achievements.
How old is he as well? Is that like 23, 22?
Who is Zach?
Yeah.
He's a bit older than that. I think 24, 25 years old. 25, yeah.
But yeah, there's no rush for him to like leave there. He won a trophy. I think, that would have made him feel good as well. Like the emotions of winning that trophy with Newcastle, it could keep you there for a bit.
Especially scoring that goal as well, the way he scored, the way he took that finish against Liverpool as well was fantastic.
Yeah, he was
finish.
great in the final. He was great.
Absolutely huge.
Right. Game's about to kick off.
Come on, the lads. Come on, the Geordies. I think we should list top 5 Geordies that we want to.
Top 5 what?
Geordies.
Just in general. So Anton Deck.
I know number 1.
Okay, you go.
Cheryl Cole.
No.
Definitely.
So,
Is she a Mackham? She's not a Geordie.
No, Geordie. Proud Geordie. Geordie, she is the best Geordie to have ever been born.
No.
Cheryl Cole, Sound of the Underground and all that.
I don't know.
Mate, she's good looking. Good looking. Don't you reckon? Well, she was my favourite Girls Aloud by far.
Yeah, her. Then I like Kimberly as well. Kimberly was good.
Kimberly Walsh.
Yeah,
Reckon?
yeah, 100%.
I'm not sure.
No?
No. I don't think that's the order I'd go in. I had a little soft spot for the one with the touch of the rouge.
Her?
Nicola.
Yeah, Nicola.
Scouse Nicola.
Nicola doing her thing.
No, you're cross-pollinating.
That's
You're cross-pollinating. Yeah. You're cross-pollinating very
Bands
different.
anyway. Too many fucking bands.
Joe's getting down on the floor.
Buvey, he's about to tell his Bradley story.
I was fucking going to say that. I was fucking going to say that. I swear on my
You
life.
thought I just jealous, man.
Honestly.
Well
I
jealous.
saw them all together, actually, so you got to be jealous of me.
Well, you met Rachel Stephen.
I met them all. I saw them all together.
Rachel.
Couldn't believe
Cheryl
it.
Cole was better looking than Rachel, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Cheryl's-
an easy win now.
Cheryl was
It's an easy-
unreal.
Yes, it's an easy win, that one, mate.
What do you think of her tattoo?
Ashley Cole, terrible tattoo.
With that-
How
What is
did-
it? Chinese thing? Chinese letters?
No, it's like a
No, so
bunch of roses on her
it's an
arm.
entire bush going down her back.
We got the producer today, Alpha, googling Girls Aloud on his first shoot. Fantastic. Yeah. No, I think it's fun. I want to see the tattoo, to be honest. But we're looking at the bush tattoo.
Oh, good.
Come on, Newcastle.
Shut up, movie.
Come on.
Shut up, you dork.
You know what?
Brian Little. Is he Jordan? Geordie? Come on, boys.
That is a her.
Oi! Yeah! Tonali! Bosh!
Sadio!
Bosh!
Annoying, isn't It's really annoying. What a shame.
Needed that. Come on,
A
boys.
minute into the game.
Come on.
A minute into the game.
It's going to be 6. It's going to be 6.
I felt quite confident today.
Yeah, you were strolling about and all that confident? No. They're going to batter you lot.
You worry about Southampton, mate. You worry about Southampton. You've got a,
Where are you on the
you've got a
table?
big issue.
Where are
there.
you on the table?
A couple of points behind you.
You've not won the Premier League in about 10 years.
That's quite a good achievement. Like, if you've won it within the last 10 years, I think that's still serious.
Yeah.
That was a
maybe,
penalty
maybe.
anyway. That.
No, grow up. Grow up.
Not a penalty.
Justice
is it?
was done.
Oh,
at the
look
end.
how.
The way they win it off you as well.
Do you know what I don't
Easy.
understand, mate? It's so second to everything, aren't we? Do you see in that moment? Look, they win the ball, they win the ball, they win the ball, they win the ball, and then he scuffs it home. Look, watch. We're on the ball. He wants it more.
That's
Who
Lavia.
loses it
That's
there?
Lavia.
Lavia.
But the thing is, it's been played into Lavia's feet. It's been played into Lavia's feet.
Right into it.
Why doesn't he? What, like, I know you're not allowed to do it now, but there's nothing wrong with just like getting rid of it, is there?
Booting it.
Do you know the old thing? If in doubt, kick it out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No point putting Sanchez in goal, is
He
there?
bobbles it. He gets very lucky. With
I think
that
he
finish.
intentionally does that.
Oh, he doesn't play it into the ground. He
Players
doesn't
do that these
Ozil
days.
it.
Yeah, players do that.
Do you think?
Yeah. With penalties
Because
as
the
well.
keeper dives, isn't it? It brings it over the keeper.
What, hit it into
I've heard
the
that
ground?
they do that. They practice bobbling it, yeah.
What's it? Enzo looks like a different
He
person.
needs a fucking haircut, that kid.
What's
mate.
going on with Enzo?
He's back with his wife.
Has he had like filler in his
Oh,
cheeks and stuff?
Wouldn't
He
surprise
looks
me.
mental.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Is it just me? Or maybe he's one of them people.
He looks like
when you wake up and your eyes are all.
No, he looks. Nah.
He's just got
Nah.
morning face.
Probably not.
It is.
No, I don't reckon we
He
do.
just woke
morning?
up in the dressing room. Babe.
What, he's just had a kip. He's got morning face.
He would have stayed out the night before, wouldn't they? They're not travelling tonight.
Mm.
Today. But
Yeah. Although when you're as wealthy as these footballers, the world becomes such a small place.
do it private jet, probably.
Private
Here's
jet,
a tattoo anyway.
That's what I wanted. Oh, the rose. It's a big rose.
See, that's like a
That's her
that's
ass,
her
though.
bum.
That's
Is it?
disgusting.
That's her bum.
Not fair play, isn't it?
It's her bot. Like
play.
you.
Someone's
fair
had to
play.
Ben Botman.
Fair play to her. She's
So's
living her
Ben
life.
Botman.
She's living her life. She wants a rose? Get the rose. Fuck
That's
it.
an disgusting tattoo.
It's the worst tattoo I think I've ever seen.
Someone's had to tattoo that for, what, 12
Do you know what I
hours?
truly believe?
I mean,
Like, I've
it's
never
a good,
seen.
a good job in it.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone who's had a tattoo and looks better after the tattoo than before it.
David Beckham?
No.
You don't like David Beckham's tattoos?
No. I think it's a really bad
Beckham's
example
not
to
great,
use as well.
No, it's
Not like,
He looks good with his
50-year-old
tattoos.
tattoo, man.
Now, look, at a time, though, when I was
She hasn't
younger.
still got that, has she? Oh, shit. Oh,
So Cheryl Cole, number
Well,
one
she ain't
Geordie of
removed
all
it,
time.
has she? You can't really remove
Who's your
something like
second? So let's play a game. I'll start. Cheryl Cole.
that.
Who's your?
Nadine.
No, but Nadine wasn't a Geordie. We're doing
Oh,
our
you saying
favourite
Geordie? I
Geordies.
thought meant girls allowed.
Yeah, no,
I'm still on the
Nadine.
girls allowed game.
Nadine, mate, have you ever heard Nadine's do that accent? What-
Nadine Coyle. She's
Yeah, Northern
She
Irish.
did an
accent.
amazing thing where she was on an American chat show and she was talking, and the bloke just like had absolutely no idea what she was on about. Jay Leno or someone was just like looking at her like.
But she
no
really
clue.
carried the band with her powerful vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She goes out with a basketball player.
Does she now?
Yeah, I don't know who.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Shaquille O'Neal.
She doesn't date Shaquille O'Neal, does she?
No, but
Jeez.
Okay, Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry. Steph Curry.
Steph
I
Curry.
doubt Steph Curry's dating Nadine
Steph
Coyle.
Curry.
I think he's right, you know.
No way.
Muggsy Bogues.
Bugsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
That's a foul. That's a foul. I
That's
want
a
a foul
red
now.
card, that, ref.
I want a
Not
foul.
a red card, is it?
Referee, man.
Slow the game down. 5 minutes, you're getting battered already.
There's Joe Linton.
Alan Shearer's my favourite Geordie.
Oh, he's such a...
No, that's too boring.
Oh, yeah, we'll all put our shirts on. Grow up.
Yeah, I know.
That's probably from
Sitting
classic
there.
football shirts.
Jolie.
Sitting there in the ground in a shirt, not playing as a professional footballer. Like,
You don't rate that?
it's an epidemic up there. They all wear kits, don't they? It's an epidemic. They all love to go in fancy dress. Why do they do that? Like,
Well, you want him in a suit? You want him in a suit?
50-year-old, big fat boys in an extra large kit. It's mental. Why are they all doing that? Can't they just get dressed like adults?
Well, you want him in a suit?
Who?
What do you want him to wear?
Who are we talking about?
Joe Linton.
What you just talked about for the last 5 minutes? What do you mean who? Got memory of a sieve. Fucking
No,
hell.
because I was talking about a big 50 fat-year-old, wasn't I?
Yeah, you started with Joe Linton.
Yeah, and then
What
I
do you want him to
started
wear?
talking about
What do you want him to wear?
an
A suit?
imaginary 50-year-old.
What do you want Joe Linton to wear?
I want him to just wear normal clothes.
What is normal clothes?
What you're wearing now?
What, a penguin shirt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Wear,
that's fine.
yeah, get yourself a nice polo top. Nice polo top. Dress.
Joe
To
Linton's a big
impress.
guy. He's a big guy.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He's a big.
Yeah, like, for me, it's Alan Shearer's my favourite Geordie. My favourite YouTuber is a Geordie.
Who's your least favourite?
Who's your favourite YouTuber is a Geordie? For me, it's Will
N.E.
No, I started it.
Will N.E. I'm going.
My favourite Geordie is Brian Robson.
He's Middlesbrough.
He's from
He's
Borough.
from Middlesbrough.
Geordie, innit?
No, he's,
He's
not
Middlesbrough.
Geordie.
It's
He's not,
closer,
everyone knows he's
closer
not
to Leeds than it is
everyone knows he's
Newcastle.
not a Geordie.
Yeah, Middlesbrough's not.
So what? You don't count all of them in?
No, Borough isn't the northeast.
What do you
in
call
a way.
borough people?
Burrons.
Teesside.
Burrons.
Teesside.
Teesside, not Tyneside.
Teesside.
Burrons.
And what of these are Tyneside and Sunderland's Wearside.
Yeah, it's a long way up there, isn't it? Long way.
Yeah, but Borough is very close to Yorkshire. It's just over the border, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas Newcastle's a long way.
I get confused. Anything north of Manchester, I'm confused, mate, to be honest.
North
Mr.
of
Bean's a
Manchester.
Geordie,
Who?
isn't he?
Mr.
Rowan
Beast.
Atkinson.
Oh, Mr.
Rowan
Bean. I thought you said
Atkinson.
Mr. Beast. I was like, I thought he was American.
He's not a Geordie, is he?
Rowan Atkinson is classed as it, isn't it? From that side
Wow.
of the world. I think.
Shout out all the Geordies, I think. That's what I think, anyway.
Who's your
Do you remember when
favourite?
you
What, I knew you'd bring that up as well. You're like, honestly, wind you up. You go on about the guy from S Club 7.
Bradley.
I'm thinking of something else now.
Yeah, no,
The guy you met when you met Ryan Giggs, was he started crying or something? What's the other thing?
Which one's that one?
There's one where you met Ryan Giggs and you were like in awe or something. That's one of them, and that's another story. There's about 5 stories.
What's the other thing that you thought he was going to bring up then? I actually don't know what he's on about.
You do.
I don't know what you're on about.
Remember when
No,
he
he
went,
knows. I don't know what you're on about.
remember when he went after Geordie girls?
Yeah, see, I apologise for that profusely.
One of the other things.
We've got a brand new producer.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We're supposed
We'll be on
happy.
good terms.
Do you remember when you called someone out for a fight?
You don't even know that. You don't. No, well, yeah. I've moved past that. I don't need a fucking fight with him anyway. You don't need one with me. I'm joking. Just relax.
He bottled it.
But you're not calling no one out.
You don't even need it. You don't even. I don't even need one. I'll move past that. He needs one with me.
If you fight him, I'll fight his psychic.
No, he'd do you in.
I'll
a
just
big,
No,
big,
he'd do
big
you in.
way.
You couldn't.
Are you?
He'd do you in. He'd do you in.
What? No.
Who?
You know.
The
You
fella
get
with the
on
same
it.
name
You
as
wouldn't-
you?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? You?
No way, you wouldn't get in the ring with him.
Chin him.
Oh, Lord above.
Do it outside.
Lord above. Long old day for the Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a good
Long old
one.
day. Shout out Tubes. He's a big Chelsea
Tubes?
fan. He's a big Chelsea fan, isn't he?
Top 5 Chelsea fans, Booth. Go.
I like Tubes.
I'll tell you another one of my.
Good
I'll tell you
football.
my actual favourite Geordie. Paul Gascoigne.
Paul Gascoigne, yeah.
Mate,
Paul
I
Gascoigne.
said this earlier. No one listened to me.
No,
I said,
didn't.
why didn't you say Gascoigne?
I didn't
Paul
hear you say
Gascoigne.
Gascoigne.
Cheryl Cole. No, Gascoigne. Cheryl Cole.
There must be someone.
Jimmy Nail.
Jimmy Nail.
Jimmy Nail.
Sounds like some fella from down the pub.
Jimmy Nail.
Jimmy Nail.
Jimmy Nail's Geordie, definitely. Crocodile shoes.
Stephen Taylor.
Mm,
Yeah, the centre back.
You know who's great?
actually?
You know which Geordies are great? You know the ones in call centres? They are great.
yeah, when you phone Orange, innit?
They
They're
are
all in
great.
call
When you phone
centres, aren't
Orange.
they?
They are great, man.
Orange.
No, when you-
Exist no
if
more.
you have to
You
phone
don't feel as
Orange,
angry.
Yes. Come on.
Why didn't he shoot?
Hit the ball.
still got it. How's he still got it?
Why didn't he shoot when he
He's
had
got no
the chance?
metal. These guys got no metal. No, they don't.
Who haven't?
Chelsea got no backbone.
Shut up, mate. You,
You
just
do.
drew Southampton. You
do.
can say nothing
You're below
today.
City. You're below City.
You can
Yeah,
say
Ruben
you can
Diaz
literally say
started.
nothing today. Ruben Diaz is
It was a clean
prime.
sheet.
Ruben Diaz.
You conceded already.
Clean sheet against Southampton. Clean sheet.
It was. You conceded in 5 minutes.
PJ and Duncan.
PJ Duncan, great.
Do you remember that when he got hit with a
Biker
paintball?
Grove was
I
great.
cannot see, man. Do you remember that when he got his eyes went? I cannot see, man.
Biker Grove.
Yeah, no,
harrowing.
Yeah, PJ and Duncan.
What was the other one? You had Biker Grove and Grange Hill, innit?
Grange Hill was
Waterloo
London.
Road. That was more for
Grange Hill was London, though.
Yeah. No, I know. Just
No, but also
Where was it set in London? Is
East
it,
London.
Was it a real?
East London. Yeah,
Place.
no. I don't think so. I mean, there is a place called Grange Hill nearly in Essex, like where London and Essex meet.
Yeah.
So,
What's that, mate? What is that, mate?
um,
God,
is that Jacob Murphy did another assist today?
he's been fantastic. I'm hearing England call ups for him. I can't.
I don't know about that.
no, not that.
We-
Not
I'm-
that.
I'm seeing a lot.
No,
Some
I know.
players that can do well, but they should just never.
No,
be
he's not an England footballer.
Mate, I think that about loads of players. I think, you know, when people just go a bit nuts about it. Like, he's a I think about Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
I think Ollie Watkins is an excellent footballer. He's going to have a brilliant Premier League career. He's going to earn loads of money.
Wild, though.
But he is not an international England. Like, he gave
Even
me one.
the
He
Holland
probably,
goal doesn't
he probably
change your mind
gave me
on
the
that.
best moment I've ever had following England in Dortmund, and I still don't think he's an England international footballer. I think he's a really good player, but there's a difference.
He's borderline squad player. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a difference, isn't there?
That's a great tackle. Use like our shit in the bed here.
They're better than us.
You
Aren't
just got to play simple football, innit? Like try and play out from the back. It's easy.
they?
Oh,
The thing
what a
is, as
touch
well,
by Isaac.
they've just got a better manager than us. This is the problem. Like, they've been set up to. Oh wait, someone's challenge! I can let him bring it down in the box.
It's a field day for these lot. It's a complete field day.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean by that though? Like, in terms of
I know what you mean.
like
I
an
know what you mean.
England and it's not only an England international. I just think that some players are really good footballers. I don't know, Gabriel Jesus, when I used to rate him highly, City first season at Arsenal,
Yeah.
I thought he's a really good player, but not Brazil's number 9.
No, Dan Burn shouldn't be in England squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Richarlison.
Exactly. Richarlison, exactly.
Yeah.
You can be a good player without being
I
an
just think
international.
football's stripped of those kind of world-class talents. Like, look at the 2006 World Cup. Italy had Totti, Del Piero.
I know. Italy had
Drogba,
6.
Ivory Coast.
Yeah. I know.
You know, Germany had fucking Ballack,
I know.
Schweinsteiger.
I know. It was like
Every team had like Togo had prime Adebayor in the
who was leading the
2006
line for
World
Real
Cup.
Madrid. Leading the line for Real Madrid.
It's like that World Cup was a mental World Cup.
Do you know what? You are right. There was a time, wasn't there, when
the Dutch had Van Persie.
Basically the Premier League teams were made up of international captains. Like Chelsea in the same 11 had 9.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? You had
crazy.
You had Ballack at Chelsea, who wasn't the Chelsea captain. You had Essien at Chelsea, who wasn't the Chelsea captain. You had McKola at Chelsea.
Did he live up to the transfer, Ballack?
No. History has rewritten it, though. Chelsea fans now will tell you he was amazing for us, but if you lived through it, it didn't work.
Positionally. He couldn't get in, or is it just the speed of the league?
He
scored 2
terrible, was he? But he just wasn't.
No, he wasn't terrible.
A bit like Crespo, is that fair to say?
No. Crespo was good.
Ballack was good.
He wasn't. Ballack was so infuriating. Fans were so frustrated with him.
Maybe
he had
it's just
big
my
moments.
experience.
We beat
seeing him
Blackburn.
perform well
We
against us.
beat Blackburn in the FA Cup semi-final at Old Trafford, and he scored. We beat Man United 2-1, and he scored both goals.
Penalty. One of them was a pen, innit?
He had some moments, Ballack, and he was a good player.
What was it? The speed of the league?
Remember how brilliant we were then?
Oh,
he just didn't do enough. It was all very slow. Yeah, it was very languid. But there has been a rewriting of history that Chelsea fans today will tell me.
It's because of what he did with, in Germany.
Yeah. No, do you know the Crespo shout? I think Crespo's one of the best centre forwards I've ever seen play for Chelsea. He went through probably the most traumatic experience I think anyone can go through in this country, and his wife was like, "We've just got to go." Like anything that happens to anyone like that.
I think the character matters. Like I've met Crespo, and he's a lovely, warm guy. Ballack, he's the kind of guy you look up to. I'm not German, obviously. I don't look up to German footballers, but he's a role model of a footballer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Ballack was a bit of a nightmare to work with, he's a bit of a nuisance, and suddenly his legacy does.
Mate, if Ballack was in this team now, he'd be the best player in the team.
Yeah, he was
He was a great footballer. Yeah, he was a great footballer.
Probably at Leverkusen.
He wasn't better for us than Michael Essien was.
Yeah.
He wasn't better for us than Frank Lampard was. And he actually wasn't better for us than John Obi Mikel was.
Or Essien.
And that was his era. Essien, that wasn't his era. So he was never the...
He was old as well when he came, 30.
Yeah, 30-odd when he came. Yeah, do you know part of the reason he came? We played Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And we beat them, but we had a really intense game. Didier Drogba scored a header away from home. Joe Cole crosses it in. Drogba's header, it's like one of the best headers you've ever seen, but it's probably also a goal that you've never seen. Drogba just runs to the near post, headers it in the old stadium, the old Bayern Munich ground. Hits the back of the net at a pace that most people couldn't kick it at. But at Stamford Bridge, we beat them. We beat them 4-2 at Stamford Bridge. Lampard scored an amazing goal. Probably Lampard's best ever goal.
What's this, on the route to Moscow?
On the route to... No, it was earlier. It was earlier. It would have been 06.
Newcastle are in there technically. Oh.
But do you know what John Terry really liked him? Because Ballack and Oliver Kahn, remember the keeper?
Yeah.
They tried to put it on Chelsea in the tunnel.
Intimidate.
In the tunnel, yeah. And obviously Terry...
Not the best side to do that to.
Not good.
Maybe Arsenal could have done that too. Maybe,
but apparently John Terry was like, "Oi, they're about it. We need this.
A bit more steel."
Yeah.
But he lost the league and the Champions League and the
he had
the German couple in the same season.
He's come on.
Chelsea, we got
Heavy
2-1-4 here,
Terrible touch.
a bit outnumbered, but they're in the box.
There you
Get
go.
to the byline, cross.
No one in
Too
there.
much on it.
Much on it.
It's a really shit cross, really.
Oh,
I don't get it in that situation.
play there
You
from
just
Gordon.
drill it hard on
Drill
low
it.
and hope for the
Especially when you're the guy who's going to be in the box. You're now wide.
Unless you think someone's back post. You're thinking that is back post.
That's a lovely turn
Chelsea
there.
really did well to
That's
press, but
outrageous.
Newcastle escape it.
Well played, Newcastle. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic.
See what he just
that
did
from
there,
Bruno?
though? Have you seen this new phenomenon of like cheering when you do something? Life's good.
Yeah.
But you know, if you make a tackle,
Getting
you
the
kind of
fans
just
on
do your
side,
job. You
innit?
don't need
Yeah.
like Bruno Guimaraes done very well. Won himself a free kick.
Yeah.
It's not worthy of like a celebration, is it? Like a goal.
Especially if you're 1-0 up
You've
as
just
well.
been fouled.
Early in the game.
Like you've won a free kick.
Yeah.
You get up and you start.
Yeah. But that was amazing from Bruno, man. He's got such good legs about him. I wonder if he's the kind of player that leaves.
No,
talking about Isaac
nobody
leaving.
leaves Newcastle.
Do you think any of them?
No.
Tonali?
The only way, and I don't think this can happen, but the only way would be if Arsenal, or any club, but I think Arsenal are the most likely to do it, but I don't think anybody will. If Arsenal were to bid 150 million quid for Isaac, I think Newcastle would have to listen.
Yeah.
And then if Isak wanted to leave,
But
that
they're
would
not
have
going
an
to do
impact.
that. You can't do that, can you? Newcastle? Oh. You never know with Sanchez.
Really want
What's going to happen
Newcastle to
there?
batter me, you know.
Pardon?
Really want Newcastle to batter.
Shut up, man.
Look at that. Yeah. Big for them, man. How have they surpassed Aston Villa to get in the Champions League? I can't believe it. And
I think
Forest
Villa
as
can
well.
still make it, though. They found a form.
They were good against Bournemouth.
Hey, lovely little deft touch from Watkins.
Yeah.
If he was doing that on purpose.
Have you seen that now? You know the size we were Brighton at the start of the season, Fulham having a go, Bournemouth. We're saying maybe Champions
Yeah.
League. They're all below Brentford now.
No.
And Brentford are the one that
Brentford have found form.
they're the ones that.
Well, it's because of Mbuemo and Vissa.
Yes,
Mate, they've got two goals, two players
goals.
on two. Yeah.
It's mental. I was gutted because I was going to tweet about how they could finish above Forest last night, but they mathematically can't finish above Forest.
Villa could finish above Forest.
Villa. Yeah, Forest could finish 7th, but they can't finish any lower, which is a big achievement, really.
Yeah. Come on.
I think your whole squad needs a lot of work, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Our whole squad, completely.
Oh, big chance for Cole Palmer on the edge of the box against Newcastle. What do you think will happen in the summer? What are the kind of big moves for Chelsea in terms of positions to come in?
Centre forward, mate, is the one. Centre forward has to be the one. But then I think that we need reinforcements throughout. The defence isn't good enough. I mean, what I can't understand we're doing with, like, we're getting battered in the middle here. The best midfielder on that pitch currently is playing right back.
Yeah.
So all we have to do, like, why isn't Reece James playing right back and we put Caicedo?
Has he got a knock? Is he worried about the Conference League
no,
final?
anyone then. Take a winger off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just getting absolutely done. Like, you can't play this formation against good teams away from home because you get done. You get done in the middle. Like, they're battering us.
It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. But I was saying to Adam when you were away, it was like, you need 2 centre-backs, don't you? You need 2 centre-backs. You need a new keeper. You arguably need a new winger. I don't know if Neto's the answer. Costs a lot of money as well. There's still a lot of work needs to be done for Chelsea to compete to win the Premier League title. Maybe your owners don't see you as a Premier League title challenging side.
Mate, it's easy what you do, right? You take a winger off and you bring Reece James on. You push Caicedo into the middle and Cole Palmer gets out wide. That's the change, isn't it? That's the change. Cole Palmer can go into his actual position out wide. So you take one of the wingers off, either side, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Take one of the wingers off, Cole Palmer goes wide. You bring Reece James on for the winger that goes off.
Yeah.
Reece James goes fullback. Caicedo pushes into the middle. We then win the midfield battle, you'd think.
Is he saving Reece? What is it? Is he saving Reece James?
No, I think he likes his formation,
final?
mate. No, I don't think so. I think he actually likes this inverted crap.
So he's making a statement that he doesn't want to play.
Would it be a thing
Reece
though
James.
with Reece James where, like, you know, with Mason Mount,
Mm.
the manager's kind of just slow, like, because he's had so many breakdowns in injury, comes back, gets injured.
But he
comes
rushed
back.
him back against
You
was
just
it Arsenal?
Take your time.
He rushed him back in a game where it was like, and he put him in midfield, didn't he, against Arsenal?
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's true.
he's just come back from an injury.
No.
So you trusted him when you needed him.
Okay, yeah.
But now you need, in a big game, why is Reece James playing against these
This
lot?
formation that we're playing now is fine, I think, when you have all the ball at home. Like, you know, if you're playing, if you're playing a team that aren't particularly good at home, you can do this. You're playing away at St James's Park. It's one of your hardest away games of the season. Top 5 hardest games of the season. Obviously, you need to be stronger in midfield. Look at this.
Mate,
See what I mean?
weak.
This is a strength in midfield.
It's so weak, isn't it?
Yeah. See
How
what
is
I
that?
mean?
It's not a foul, is it? Is that a foul?
And you just
No, I don't
invite
think
so
it was
much
a foul.
pressure because you know you have to keep playing those passes from the back.
And we've got and we've got Cole Palmer playing centrally, which doesn't really suit him. You've got Caicedo playing on a fullback, which doesn't really suit him. You've got Reece James, the best fullback in the league, sitting on the bench. Everybody's doing something that they don't want to do. Literally everybody in this team is sort of doing something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Caicedo doesn't want to do it. He's our best player this season. He's now being shunned out wide. Cole Palmer doesn't want to play centrally, really. Get him out wide where he can have a more
You
of
don't
an
think he
impact.
wants to play centrally?
Not in this shape where he's playing with his. Where ultimately he's pressing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
he might. Actually, I don't think he really wants to be central. I think he wants to drift and
Just float on off the right.
Float, exactly. I think he wants to drift and have more of a free role. See that Levi Colwill there? I'm not even joking. There seems to be this major pretense that he is somehow Like good.
I told Booth this when you went out. I got Rory don't rate Coltwell.
No, but it's not only that I don't rate him particularly highly, but the reason why I talk about him is because everybody else seems to.
Yeah, he was like 2-3 years ago. He was just massively rated.
Yeah, well, he played 9 games for Brighton, and everyone was like, "Wow, 9 games he played for them."
Was it 9?
And do you know what he did as well? Do you remember when he was playing for the England under-21s against Israel, and he did that thing where he was a bit like Franz Beckenbauer, and it kind of went viral. He just stood with the ball, basically bringing it a bit further, and the press was backing off, and he basically got to the halfway line. He just like put his foot on the ball and went like that, and everyone went, "Wow,
Commanding presence.
wow."
When really anyone does that, if people keep backing
Nobody
up,
came near him. Yeah. And then Liverpool were linked with him, and I think that I have no idea how genuine that link was, but you know when you're linked with Klopp's Liverpool team, people go, "Oh,
Yeah, I could see because he play left back. He can play in a back
badly,
three.
but really badly."
Yeah, but to at the time a decent level.
Was that when they had Van Dijk, Gomez?
Yeah,
Gomez has had a bit of a spell.
and Konate didn't look quite as good as he's looked more recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need a lot of work, man.
Great
What
pass
the
back
hell?
from Cucurella there. Really good, really brilliant. Look, see what I mean about Cole Palmer centrally there? He's like trying to pick up the ball. He's pressed from both sides. He needs to be out here, doesn't he?
On the right,
or
yeah,
on the other
on the
side,
right.
wherever. One of the wingers needs to go off. Neto could swap wings if it goes the other side. Cole Palmer comes this side and everything changes.
It's like Yamal,
done.
isn't it? It's like Yamal. Like he comes off the right and he floats into
Yeah,
midfield.
do what you
and
like,
makes it
but your nominal position is basically Cole Palmer is playing where the dream scenario for Eddie Howe is that Cole Palmer's not on the pitch. The next dream scenario is that he's on the part of the... If he's going to play, he's playing exactly where Eddie Howe wants him to play. Congested. When he's got Bruno Guimaraes to worry about, and then he's got the 2 centre-halves to worry about. Stupid.
Yeah, it's a strange situation at Chelsea. Yeah. Feels like you're really behind both Liverpool, City, Arsenal, in terms of squad.
Yeah. But also, I think more in terms of like development as a club more than anything. Like player for player, maybe we're not that far behind. I think there's a lot of talented...
Yeah, definitely.
Hell. Mate, they're just... Newcastle need to switch on and get a second.
Mate,
in.
we
'Cause
need
surely Chelsea won't be this bad for 90 minutes.
How's he got through?
Oh my God. Oh my God, who was that? There's a shot
Harvey
on target
Barnes.
from Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
Sky Bet's huge boost has just come in, so if you got on that, you would have got evens on.
He can do
Harvey
better with
Barnes
that as
having a
well.
shot
He's
on
better on his
target.
weak foot. He's way better than that.
It's another Sky Bet boost that's come in.
Chelsea will have chances in this game, but I don't know when they'll come.
No, right now it looks like corners.
Corners, yeah. But Newcastle's so organised defensively. I just don't get it. They're so
I feel
robust.
like Newcastle, because Newcastle are winning the ball back so easily and constantly having these turnovers, they're taken for granted when they've got these chances now, and they're like taking their eye off.
The point that you're making is completely correct. If you're playing this well, you need to go more than 1-0 up. I just don't know how true it is in this exact example
Against
because
Chelsea. But when Cole Palmer's on the pitch,
yeah, I agree. Fucking hell!
It's a hard watch, isn't it, Chelsea? It's a hard watch. But I think you'll find an opportunity soon. I do. You've been grinding out. I don't think you've been great in the last 5 games. Like,
No, we've actually displayed a bit
moments,
of resilience.
Yeah.
Like, particularly that win against Fulham. We scored in the last minute against, away from home against. They tell you our biggest rivals. I quite like them, but they will tell you that we're rivals.
mate, what is this? Get some.
This
Speed
is
in the play,
Maresca.
man.
No, this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. You have no idea. The players at the moment are doing exactly what they're meant to do. Cole Palmer, who's tried something a bit ambitious there, done something quite impressive. Like, I like that. That is frowned upon. What he's meant to do is lay it off 2 yards to the nearest man.
Look how
Just lay it
narrow
off
it
2
is.
yards. Look, that's a great pass, right?
Good
It's a
ball.
great pass. It's a great ambition. It's a great vision. It just hasn't quite worked out.
Yeah.
What Maresca wants him to do is lay it back and play it 3 yards, look after the ball, have possession for the sake of possession. It's so pointless. It's so not in
Managers
keeping with
these
who we
days
are.
work on percentages, isn't it? It'll be like, well, 70% of the time that pass you
doesn't
played
work.
goals.
Yeah,
the
or
opposition.
90% of the time.
Yeah, so like,
So don't do it.
yeah.
Which is stupid.
When really you
Look
should
at
be
him
trying to-
squat.
What's he wearing today? Something
He's
you'd wear.
got his Lululemons on or
I
something.
like his sweater. It's a nice
Yeah,
sweater.
I
man.
feel
What,
like
peachy?
I'd
Yeah,
see Rory
spring
dressed like
vibes,
that.
isn't it?
Nah,
Spring.
mate, there's trousers very tight. Wear them.
Have you seen your shorts?
Yeah, they're not tight though. They're baggy. They're short. but they're baggy.
We've got a fan from Australia telling us to enjoy the game today.
Say what you
Enjoy
see,
the
man.
game.
We've got lots of. I'm reading some comments out.
From Australia.
Rory's thoughts on
You're right.
Bowley not knowing who Rude Hullet is.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Who didn't know who
ridiculous.
Rude Hullet was?
Todd Bowley.
Todd Bowley.
Oh yeah, I read that. He said it,
It was on the
didn't he?
overlap. Yeah, it was a great episode. Did you watch Rude Hullet?
Yeah,
episode?
I actually. Yeah,
It was absolutely football perfection. You know him talking about Marco van Basten.
Yeah,
You know
that's
when-
what I enjoyed.
You know,
yeah.
whenever we talk about like best strikers of all time, you especially, Adam, but obviously I know Buvey agrees with this. Ronaldo, R9 Ronaldo, everybody brings him up. I think that Marco van Basten, he won 3 Ballon d'Ors and retired at 27.
we forget that bit.
It's like,
It's crazy,
you know, if
man.
we were a tiny bit older, you'd be like, I think it might be Van Basten.
Like he should have still been playing to the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, Ruud Gullit played for Chelsea in 94, 95. Like Ruud Gullit would have played against Ruud Gullit would have played against David Beckham, but also played against Liam Brady.
Yeah.
Like it's his
So Van Basten
yeah, he would have
retired.
played against Diego Maradona, but also who would have been like the young Arsenal players then? He would have played against like players that could have gone into kind of this era.
So he retired in 95. Yeah.
Who?
Van Basten.
Van Basten.
At-
But he didn't play. It would have been
28, was
at
it? 28?
AC? Or did he go back to Holland?
he was at Milan. At that
Yeah,
point.
AC, yeah.
2 Ballon d'Ors, retires by 28, isn't it? That's mental.
3 Ballon d'Ors.
Is it 3?
Three and retired at 27, I think.
That's incredible.
3 Ballon d'Ors,
Incredible.
retires, and also wins Holland their only ever major trophy.
And the goal that he
that
scored.
goal
of course.
against the USSR,
Oh, Jesus.
mate.
Yeah.
Also, have you ever heard Marco van Basten talk about like modern day strikers?
What does he say?
He's like, you know, there's this Dutch thing. At least I assume it to be Dutch because I can think of 3 examples of Dutch players doing this. You ever heard Van der Vaart speak about footballers today?
Mate, he hates them.
He thinks they're all crap. He's like really crap. You ever heard Wesley Sneijder speak about footballers today?
No.
Just thinks they're all shit and he's better than all of them. And I think he's right, by the way.
He probably
Marco
is.
van Basten talking about modern day strikers is hilarious. Even the good ones. Even the good ones. Like during the Euros, he was talking about Kane. And they were like, Kane's good, isn't he? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, so he retired in 95, but he played his last game for Milan in 92, 93
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Jesus.
But like,
man.
just to put that in perspective, he was 27 in 95. Was he?
No, he retired. Yeah, he
He's
would have
31 in 95.
What was it? His ankles? His ACL?
Ankle,
What was
one
it?
ankle.
Ankle, yeah.
He was 31 in 95.
Yeah.
Football's a cruel sport sometimes, man. It's tough.
Yes, so tough.
Tough sport.
So tough. But
But
yeah,
that's
that
interesting.
episode, man, that episode, he was talking about the training drills that they did under Arrigo Sacchi, and it was that defence of Baresi, Maldini. He was like, we would play 7 on 4, and you still couldn't score against them.
That's mental.
Like, you just couldn't score against them.
Maldini.
Yeah. No, it was such a brilliant episode.
Oh, what a pass.
And-
Newcastle on the break here. It's 3 on 3.
in midfield. And it's just
It's
not
3 on
space.
3. Gordon into the box. He's a little bit wide at the
They're
minute.
playing into their hands. I just don't get it, man.
Oh, it's not a bad pass. It's an ambitious ball.
Outside of the foot.
So if Van Basten's a
Yeah,
10
he's
out of
going the
10
other way.
and Ronaldo's a 10 out of 10 striker, we're saying
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
10
of
out
all
of
time.
10, best of the
Let's put
best,
10
best of the best.
Easy,
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Where's Kane? Is Kane? What number is Kane? If
Kane,
Van
Kane,
Basten's-
Kane
if
is
R9's
Kane is an
10.
8, which is really cool.
You
We're
think he's
talking
8?
whoa. So Maradona is a
What
10.
would Harry
But Van
Kane
Basten,
be
from what you
back
said,
then, though?
suggests maybe a
No, Van
Lower than
Basten
that.
would say 4. Van
Yeah.
Basten weren't having him. I'm saying an 8.
Where would
eight's high.
What would Harry Kane be? Who would you compare? So let's say he played during the same era as R9 and Van Basten.
Is he better than
Who would you
Adriano?
compare him to? Like Shearer.
He's better than Shearer.
He's a better footballer than Shearer. I think his attributes would be more appreciated.
Zlatan?
I think Van Basten would not feel Shearer.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. So
I think
like,
he's more
who would
likely to
Harry
appreciate
be
Kane and
in
didn't
the
get
early
Kane.
90s.
Is Kane better than David Trezeguet?
Kane is better than Trezeguet.
Yeah, Kane's better.
But he
than
hasn't
Trezeguet.
got the moments, man. Think about Trezeguet for France, Trezeguet for
the World
Juve.
Cup and all that, yeah.
Every time Harry Kane's had a moment,
It's gone the other way.
Champions League final work.
It's gone the other way. It's literally gone the wrong way.
Who's injured there, holding their face?
Yeah, but how many? There can't be that many 10 out of 10. Oh, that's terrible
that's
for
horrible
Jackson. What's he
tackle, man.
doing?
Jackson's elbowed. Is it intentional
Yeah,
there?
of course.
So you had a card, surely.
He got books.
You did get booked.
VAR
you
will
did
look
get
at
booked.
this.
He got booked.
You never know with referee.
Have you got a new sponsor on your show?
Yeah, we've got a sponsor.
Oh, mate, if it's a red card, it's
He's
going
off,
to be
isn't
funny, bro.
So that means we're missing him for the Man United game and probably that's sending off. Like he's literally
He's
looking
looking at him. It's dangerous, man. It's right on his
right
head.
in the jaw.
But
as
also
well.
in the jaw, like break your jaw.
It's fucking dangerous, man.
I hate elbows.
No need for that like that. Like,
Like, you're not even allowed to do elbows. In,
You know
like,
what? That's intentional.
if it's on
course
the
it
ground,
is.
sometimes I think you're going for the ball. Like sometimes studs up, I'm not too. But
Because
that
I don't,
is-
I don't know if it was
he's
Nick.
off.
I don't know if it was Botman yet, but Nicholas Jackson ran into someone not long ago when they went up for a header and he just barged him in the back and gave away a foul. I don't know if something's been going on there. Enzo looks like he's had an allergic reaction. I don't know what's going on with him.
This is going to be a sending off, isn't it? Oh no!
Why is he holding his nose? This is his jaw, isn't it? It's clever though. Oh, he's
a
going to
red
get a
card.
red card.
It's a red card.
He's an idiot,
100%.
Jackson. He's such a fucking idiot. He shouldn't have played for Chelsea. He's so useless. He's just absolutely useless. Like, do you know how we now pretend? I don't know if you've ever had this at your clubs when the standards are just reset to such a low level that you pretend Nicholas Jackson is a good footballer.
Yeah.
Like, Nicholas Jackson is so shit. So shit. And then he does stuff
stupid.
like this. You're 1-0 down away at St James's Park and he does that.
No,
That's
stupid.
not a professional footballer.
Stupid, no.
It's
It's
like,
so
it's like,
amateur.
are you even sane to be doing something like that?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
team are struggling away at St James's Park. You desperately need the 3 points. You're 1-0 down. You're playing a major rival. And now the team are down to 10 men. It's like, what is the point of having him?
It's idiotic.
Do you know, it drove me mad. Do you know when he was
What's
out
he
injured?
doing?
People were going, when Jackson gets back, you're like, are you
I was
stupid?
too though, because I thought he
Here we
does
go.
give you the outlet. He
The
gives you the
referee's
outlet.
made the
It's a red.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
He's cancelled
bosh.
the yellow.
He's off ski.
Ta-ra.
He's off ski.
Jackson.
He deserves it, man.
He's an
Absolutely.
idiot.
Yeah,
He
you're right.
fucking
Oh,
deserves it.
Enzo, have a day off, bro.
Pillock. Yeah, we have a new sponsor as well, Adam. We signed it the other day.
The Mac. Oh, I shouldn't
Return
say
of
that.
the Mac.
You
That's a
know
British
that I'll
song.
be
People
back.
don't realise
Yeah,
that's
Mark
a
Morrison.
British song.
Mark
Yeah,
Morrison
people
from
think it's
Leicester.
American.
From Leicester.
Yeah, people think it's an American song.
Because he goes like that. You know that I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah,
back.
Yeah.
What was his other banger?
Uh,
Nah, fuck, it's not my era.
Go on.
Innocent Man.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah.
Such a tune, Innocent Man.
It must be gay. If you
DMX
get
is on
anything
it,
out of
yeah.
this?
Yeah, he's from Leicester, wasn't he? I remember
He's
the
got
video.
DMX on a track.
Is he?
Yeah, he's on Innocent Man.
Well, there was another one, actually.
Is that?
There was another one, yeah.
Right, I'm going to refer to Spotify here, but
Oh, jeez. This is going to be a long old day for the Chelsea.
crazy.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I
1-0
didn't think
Newcastle.
someone
Do
saying
you
that.
know
I
what?
thought
The
he
only
was
good thing that could happen here is this might provoke. I mean, I'm not saying good. I'm saying what it might do is force Enzo Maresca to actually do something.
Like leave.
I don't know.
Like leave now. I'd sack him now.
I'd rather have a look.
Literally now. And
Absolutely
Jackson.
Martin Yollim.
Yeah, just, mate. You could from St James's Park. You could be at Newcastle train station. What 6-7 minute walk?
Yeah.
Go now. You'll be back in London by full time.
Yeah, we've had Romario in the chat. Is he one of the greats of all time? Romario. Is he in Van Basten level?
No, I mean
Nearly 1,000 career goals.
But when did he
Romario in that Barcelona team. Yeah, he probably. He was definitely like one of the best strikers in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And then part of that Brazil team that won the World Cup in '94. Also, he has his own.
Oh! Nearly 2-0 Newcastle.
Offside, I think it would
The
have
big
been
Dan
offside.
Burn.
The big Dan.
Yeovil legend.
Also, he has his own finish. Like very few players have their own finish. You know, if you've got a toe punt and it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, he's offside? Yeah, of course he is, yeah.
Stoichkov.
Stoichkov.
You ever seen a clip of Johan Cruyff trying to teach Stoichkov how to skip?
No, I've not seen that.
Johan Cruyff is
I
trying to
can't
teach
skip.
him how to do the cross.
Can
you know,
skip?
That's hard,
And,
yeah. I can't do that.
And Stoichkov just can't do it, and Cruyff is laughing his head off.
I can't skip at all.
I'm sure you could if you practice.
Now, you can do normal skipping,
Just
like
like-
just the cross.
just
Not
jumping
really
up and down.
fast, though. I have to do it
The
slowly.
crossing is what you do it like a little
Yeah.
girl at school.
One step at a time.
Yeah, I can't do the crossing. I don't know how.
No, I don't know
know
how
how
you do
people
that.
even start.
And then they go one over like
Yeah,
that.
and
Have
then
you
the
seen the
double.
boxing one where you don't jump off where you're
They
just
do-
jumping off the floor
yeah,
like that high?
And they do the double and treble. Mate, you've got to look at the clip. I'll see if I can find it when I'm on my way home. Stoichkov and Johan Cruyff. Like Cruyff's wicked.
Oh, bloody hell!
Cruyff's crossing and
Mate!
Stoichkov is just terrible and Cruyff is laughing his head off.
Man sent off.
You get another one sent off.
This is.
How many games will Jackson miss? Do we know?
I think that could be
Three.
his season.
It's three.
That could be his season.
It's three league
Forest.
That's his season. He'll miss Man United and Forest.
games. And the first game of next season.
It don't
He won't
matter,
be
it
at
don't
Chelsea next
matter.
season. will he?
He will be. He's your number 9.
He'll miss the first game of
He's
next
your number
season
9.
for Burnley.
Come on, man. You got to back your number 9, man. It's an awful sweater, innit? Pink
Yeah,
sweater. You're getting banged by Newcastle.
He's also
got pink
got
sweater on.
the Nike Tech thing for under your shirt.
Yeah, it's
under
not
a football
it's not
shirt.
that cold up there either.
He's wearing one of
Who, him?
them.
Yeah.
Is
Look,
he?
he's wearing like
Got
this
like the
How
second
can you
skin
see
on.
that?
Got the
Oh,
second skin on. You can see it.
Yeah.
weird flex, and he's been booked.
Pillock.
He'll leave.
He could
he'll
be
leave
one of our
Chelsea,
worst
won't
ever managers, you know.
he? Is he worse than Sarri?
Who is your worst
No.
manager?
No, sorry, had a Ian.
Sorry, one.
What in my
Sorry, got into the
lifetime?
League Cup final. That's a fucking
That's a great
decent challenge. That. Yeah, no, that's a. You see that? Got the
Use
ball.
about to
Scolari.
Got the ball in.
I'm going Scolari. I was thinking Villas-Boas.
But then he had you for the first 3 months.
Scolari.
You were banging for the first 3 months.
for the first, yeah, when in the summer.
Deco.
We were
and,
good in the summer. We beat Portsmouth 4-0 on the first day.
I
Deco
remember
scored a
that.
blinder.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like super close to being England manager, and then he changed his mind?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think it was the media attention. Was it unbelievable? Wasn't it?
Says how bad it was because he was a fucking Brazil
Because
manager.
he was
Yeah.
Portuguese manager at that point,
And Brazil.
right?
Yeah, he was Portugal in 2006, yeah.
And then England tried to get him, and then he bottled it.
Yeah.
Because
No,
I
was
remember
he
like him
2004?
being at an airport in Portugal, just being mobbed,
Yeah.
and he ate.
British press is like nothing else.
Yeah. Sven
But
couldn't
they
understand
were
it, could he?
they
Do you
were
remember Sven's-
ruthless then as well.
Yeah.
Now they're all a very bit more.
It's a bit
I
more.
don't even know if are they?
It's a
Like
bit
Southgate
calmer.
wouldn't have lasted as long as he did.
Yeah. No. Absolutely right. No, it was all quite kind to Southgate.
Yeah, he wore the cardigan. That's the other thing as well. It
Yeah.
helped him out. That cardigan
No, he
made him like a little
became-
teddy bear, didn't it?
And also it was what happened in Russia when we didn't really expect anything and we did quite well.
That was a great tournament, man.
Um,
We knew what we were about. A back 5, Harry Maguire. We knew what we were.
we knew what we were.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
Know
Big
what
lump
you are.
up front. Harry Kane finishes. That's it.
And we had an incredibly kind draw. Incredibly kind.
Colombia was the hardest
A
game, and we
draw
fucking nearly lost
like
that.
you can't even believe. I think Sweden was probably like our
Sweden
toughest.
was 2-0 win, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
standard.
But no,
Bog
yeah, I
standard.
think Adam's right. The way that the media used to treat footballers and football managers was unlike anything.
Beckham
compared to-
98.
Beckham 98. Graham Taylor. When Graham Taylor was England manager, they made his face a turnip and put it on the front of the front
Based
page.
on what? What's the turnip?
They call
He
him
had Wally
turnip.
with the brolly
He had the Wally with a brolly.
Why is it turnip? Though? What
Graham
is that?
Taylor was called the turnip, but they
Because-
literally put him
because of
on.
his head.
Well, he
It's a bit
looks like a
Steve
turnip.
Bruce
Yeah.
and the cabbage thing.
Yeah,
Graham.
That's
yeah.
so disrespectful.
Well, he was at Watford.
Yeah, no.
And
He's got there's a
yeah.
statue of him outside Vicarage Road.
Yeah, and he got the England job. We got beat
Turnip.
by Holland. We got beat by Marco van Basten. Marco van Basten sent Tony Adams like you wouldn't believe. You ever seen that goal?
I've not seen that. No.
92, I think. He sent Tony Adams. Oh my God! And Adams wicked.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And then Ronald Koeman scored a couple of years later,
What a centre-back
which
he
means
was.
we didn't qualify for '94 World Cup. And that's
But I
when
remember
Taylor was
the
done.
shots of Taylor in the dugout. He never looked like an England manager, did he? With the glasses,
No.
I think, and he looks a little bit.
It's too nice.
But turnip? How do you look like a turnip? What? He was pale.
He did.
Turnip?
I mean,
just a fucking root
not in a
vegetable.
disrespectful way, but he did. There was an element of turnip to him. Like if you had to say what
If I
vegetable does this
called you
man?
a watermelon, that's got colour. It's got an image. But turnip's just a fucking
No, but
bland
everybody.
vegetable.
If everybody is
If you called me a
closer to
turnip, I
one-
wouldn't be offended.
No, but if
It's
I were to
not-
call you,
nothing.
if I were to call you a vegetable,
Yeah, if you call
like
me
you're
a
not
fucking
a carrot.
No, if you called me a fucking
If I were to call you a
what's the
vegetable,
bad
leek,
an eggplant or
a
something.
leek,
Yeah, a leek.
an aubergine.
Aubergine. Yeah.
That's your
What's that got
allotment.
to do with a turnip? That's your
That's
allotment.
your allotment. That's your allotment.
Who
Like,
makes
that's
this
the
shit
front
up?
page of a. Mate, that also you got to remember. Then you see newspapers, a power of newspapers. Then
Yeah,
they're selling 5 million copies a day.
Control the narrative.
But Neville said it on the
Oi,
overlap.
oi!
Come on! Oh, Neville said it on the overlap that he thought journalists would just pick people and just slag them
Swedes
off.
2, turnip
Swedes
1.
2, turnips 1. We got beat by
He's got
Sweden.
Swedes
Do you
involved.
know who
Don't
scored
bring
that
Swedes
day?
in.
John. He went to Leeds. Thomas Brolin.
Yeah.
Thomas Brolin scored. He went to Leeds when he was double fat.
Double fat what? What does that
We're
mean?
doing
double
all
fat?
that, all the managers to
What
get
does
it.
double fat mean?
There's
It means
Fabio
fat
Yeah.
and then double it.
He was really fat.
Yeah.
I've never heard of double fat as a saying before. Double fat. He was double fat.
Yeah.
Okay, double fat.
Who's that? Fabio Capello.
That's Frank-
Looks like Frankenstein.
Yeah,
He's
it's like
monster.
when someone goes, it's double R.
It's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. Frankenstein was the doctor.
He was the doctor when he made it. Yeah,
Who
yeah.
wrote it?
Mary Shelley.
How old was she?
Oh, she was a young girl.
Is she a kid?
Oh my God. Newcastle should.
This has been one
Oh,
of
it's
the
kicked
worst.
off again.
Dan Burns
What
laughing
is
at
what is
Cucurella.
it with Chelsea? Like, it's not like you're.
No, because someone from the Chelsea
They got
team
something
ended
to
up
play
on their
for.
arse.
These
Look.
Chelsea lot. They've got something to play for. I don't want to see you in the
Nothing
Champions
in
League.
that at
Respectfully,
all.
I don't want to see Chelsea in the
No,
Champions League.
Cucurella is like precious.
I like.
He's a knob.
I like.
He's a knob.
A bit of that.
What precious?
Not being precious, but
What, you like
he
Mark
can-
Cucurella?
He can give a bit.
Who?
No,
Cucurella?
what I'm
He
saying is
dives.
he's quite pathetic.
He wears gloves in the summer, mate.
He's quite
He's a glove
pathetic.
wearer.
He's another one who we've been gaslit to believe that's a good footballer. It's not.
Who else on that list?
Well, no, because a lot of players at Chelsea we
Top
know
10
are rubbish.
shit
Salah's
footballers.
No, but
the one. Salah's the best example. I have to say that he's better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm an idiot. That's what happens in the
Yeah.
football world.
I don't think that's
Is that
quite
when,
true.
yeah,
I get
I don't think that's
force-fed
quite
this
true.
people
thing
look
down-
at you like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
mental.
Yeah, fuck this,
I
man.
think it's the goals, man. It's the consistency.
Just the
with
goals,
Salah.
isn't
It's
it?
not though, man.
No, but with the
When you watch Cristiano Ronaldo or you watch Thierry Henry, you go, fucking hell, they might. They
You have to
are,
just
or
take
they
your
might be
glasses
the
off and
best
say,
player
what do
in
I
the
love
world.
about football? I know football. I'm watching it 25 years. I've been watching football. He's a top footballer. He's not better than Ronaldo, is he? Like, Cucurella's a good footballer. He's not a great left back. Is
No,
he?
no.
He's a solid. He's very fit. He makes the right
Cucurella is one
decisions
where
a lot of the
people.
time.
But Cucurella's one where people kind of go Premier League team of the season, left back. People go Cucurella, and I go, what the hell are you on about? What are you?
But
on
there aren't
about?
many, mate. That's the issue. Is like, there's a lack
But you
of
know,
real
if you're
talent.
if you do team of the season, it's so easy, isn't it?
What, for left back? Who is it?
No, like
in general, yeah.
I feel just like in general, like there's a standout. I don't know. So the centre halves, you go Milinkovic, Van Dijk, probably done, right?
Keeper set.
Yeah, or Hoyson from Bournemouth.
Yeah, fine. Do you
whoever.
see what I mean?
Yeah,
Though? It's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of easy. There are certain names.
Kerkez at Bournemouth is the one.
Yeah, Kirkes.
Easy.
Yeah.
Robinson.
There are certain names that you just don't mention though, with regard to centre halves. If I went Levi Colwill, you'd all go, "What?"
Yeah.
I feel like Cucurella's that
What?
for the left back chat.
Getting through here, aren't they? You need a new keeper. I don't know about number 9.
No, we need a new keeper back.
That's the first
Centre
thing.
half, two centre halves, a left back,
You need a whole 11.
right back.
You need a whole 11.
I think we need two centre halves, a left back, a right back, and a goalie, a centre forward.
A manager.
That might be it.
A manager.
And a manager.
Manager.
manager
Okay, in a
then.
non-piss takey way.
No, but we're not saying a manager.
In a non-piss.
You want a new manager.
We don't need any new midfielders. We have a very strong midfield. We don't need any new wingery type players, inside forwards, whatever you want to call them. We have very solid options there.
Are you sure?
What we do
I'm
need...
not sure about the
Can I
wing.
just ask about that? Because Sancho, Mudryk are two of those.
Yeah, no, they can leave. What I mean is, I'd say
Madueke's not good enough.
if our starting two, either side, are Cole Palmer on one side and Pedro Neto on the other, and they're backed up by maybe Noni Madueke and one
George?
say a young kid. I think that's enough options in those positions, especially as I'm about to say we need to sign 7 other players. Like I can't say. I think we need reinforcements in every position at the back, literally every position. Goalie, centre forward, and manager.
What would you change in the second half here?
The manager. The manager. Yeah, I would change the manager.
I don't think you'll win the Premier League this decade. Respectfully.
What, from decade
they'll keep
starting
throwing
today or
some
decade?
I meant the 2020s.
Oh, no, you won't. Of course you won't.
Nah, I don't know if you can say that about Chelsea.
No, we're not going to win the league. next
Although
year.
it's not Roma.
But
If
funnily
Liverpool
enough,
could
do you know
retain
what?
it, City, Arsenal.
I was working with Tom Garrett the other
Chelsea
day.
more likely to win the league than
Tom
Arsenal.
Garrett said Chelsea win the league next season. Which, like when he
Garrett?
was asked about like a bold prediction.
He said West Brom will get promoted. They got smashed by Bristol City, so they're not.
No,
they're
but
not
for a
going.
bold prediction, that's not bad.
Chelsea win the league.
Chelsea
Yeah,
next
that's
season,
not for
they're
a- like,
miles away.
Remember when someone says make a bold prediction, it's like
Yeah, you have to.
You don't.
No,
I
that's
know,
not
necessarily think
fair.
of
I
that.
know, because I said, I was asked to do one last year. I said Brighton will go down, and then obviously they didn't go down. Everyone was like, "See, they won't go down." I was like, "I know, I didn't actually think they'd go down. It was a bold prediction."
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. Like, yeah, because Chelsea keep throwing money at it,
Mm,
and that's
Not
a
as
big.
easy
That's
as
a
that.
big thing. Like,
It's not as easy as that
yeah,
I know it's not.
because they're so far away from it.
we're so far away from winning the
like,
Premier League title. We're so far away.
The squad is so far away.
But do you know what? Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
sometimes it's very difficult for either of you to comprehend this because you don't support the club. I don't know the feeling of other clubs, but apart from my club. But as a club, we're so far away from winning a league.
But
Like,
all it takes.
do you know
is
what
a few,
That's got to be a foul, isn't it?
It was, but you're still going. That's a great
That's
run
well-
by
that's
Neto.
well
Great run
played.
by Neto. Yeah. If he stopped there, Byrne could have been in trouble. But as a club, we're just a million miles away. Like clubs in our situation, you know how Manchester United with Jim Ratcliffe and all that. Like not only about the players, just the feeling around the club, looking from the outside in. Just doesn't feel like Manchester United are anywhere near being champions of England.
No way.
I think Chelsea are the same. We're just not.
The attitude.
The feeling around the club, the ownership, the issues in the boardroom, the environment isn't geared up to be the best team in the country.
Yeah.
There's too many divides. There's
I'll
too
tell you,
many
it's 3
issues.
sides that fair. Liverpool, Arsenal and City again next season. I don't see any wild card
Mate,
shouts.
I'm not sure you say Arsenal anymore.
Arsenal don't win the league with
I
I
Arteta.
don't think Arsenal win the league next year. Mate.
Arsenal don't win the league with Mikel
Zubimendi
Arteta.
comes
See
in.
what comes in. But as
Zubimendi
things
ain't the
stand,
answer.
do you know that
he's
old,
really good
do you know that
football.
old adage where people go, if you don't win it this year, you'll never win it, and it isn't always true. But you know, sometimes you're like you know that year Tottenham should have won it.
Tottenham, yeah.
And when they did, you know, the year Leicester won it, Tottenham should have won it.
Yeah.
And people were saying to Tottenham fans then, if you don't win it now, you'll never win it.
Yeah.
And it kind of was true.
Keegan, Newcastle United.
Keegan,
He had a
Newcastle.
generational.
If you don't
side
win
for
it now,
2-3
you'll never
years.
win it.
Yeah.
I kind of
But
feel like
that's if
Arsenal
you-
last year or even this year.
But Newcastle, in the 90s, obviously, they sold a few of their players to the different sides and stuff like that, and they struggled in the early 2000s. But if Arsenal get a Gyökeres and Zubimendi, they're back in it.
But what about Tottenham? Tottenham,
They didn't sign anyone, did they? For 2 years?
no, but they still had the best team in the country. You know the way that Arsenal were saying they're the second best team 3 years in a row? Like, that means Arsenal were the best team. Oh, sorry, Tottenham were the best team in the country for 2 consecutive seasons, weren't they?
Points total and all that. Yeah.
Enzo
Over
booked
the-
for speaking
Over
to the rep.
the calendar year rather than the season.
yeah.
And they didn't win it. You
Yeah.
have to take your chances, man.
I'm not saying they're favourites to win it, but I think Man City are ahead of Arsenal.
I've been predicting Arsenal to win the league, haven't I?
Arsenal don't win the league.
But I've been
you got heavy with it. Yeah,
I've been predicting
heavy.
Arsenal to win the league for 3 seasons, and I'm just not feeling it. With
Chelsea
them
win the
anymore.
league before Arsenal.
And I just think
Whenever that
we both-
Chelsea win it before Arsenal.
That could be in 10 years, but Chelsea win it before Arsenal.
I don't know. They've got 2 great centre backs, great keeper, good manager that's got a points total that would have won the Premier League this season. Saka, Zubimendi's
win
a
the
big
league.
player. Rice, Odegaard. They're 90% of the way
Exactly.
there.
Like a lot of the answers to why they win the league are the reasons why they won't win it. Like the managers isn't great enough. Odegaard,
but the manager, like,
questionable.
last season, they got a points total that would have won them the Premier League this season. I know but he used that as an excuse this season. It looks a bit weak, but I'm just saying it as an analytical. Like he's proven he can get Arsenal enough points to win a Premier League title.
but you could do that. You could
Chelsea
You could
have never
say
done
their
that with
points-
Maresca.
from last season would have won the league in most of the years in the early 2000s, but
Yeah,
they weren't better than any of those.
Also, you never know what's going to happen with
you're
Arsenal.
right, you're right.
You know how ultimately with Tottenham it didn't go their way. What happens if genuinely, rather than hypothetically, Saliba or someone like that goes? What happens if the striker that they sign, Gyökeres, just doesn't land? You know, like
Yeah.
there aren't guarantees.
But there's no guarantees City will click.
There
There's no guarantees that
half-time-
is a guarantee.
There's more of a guarantee than Arsenal, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think Arsenal are a lot closer than we're giving them credit for next season.
They're at best third.
Zubimendi's a
They're
good
at
sign.
best third though.
Yeah, I agree.
But the third favourite
But
very
then
rarely
the
wins
fourth
it.
is miles away from the third. I think it's a group of 3.
Okay, but then I would extend that same theory to Arsenal. So I'd say City and Liverpool are a stratosphere away from Arsenal, and then Arsenal.
I agree with
Arsenal
that,
are basically in purgatory of their own.
I'd
Yeah,
say Newcastle are as likely as Arsenal next season.
I think Newcastle should be looking to win a title
And
next season.
Newcastle won't
Yeah,
win it either.
I think
Crazy
that's true.
saying that.
That's the other thing that.
Their squad's closer than yours. Like,
That's
with all
the
due
other thing
respect.
Arsenal need to be worried about.
They got a keeper,
Because-
centre backs.
Arsenal have always thought that City were the enemy. They've always thought this is 1-0 at half time, by the way. Arsenal have always thought that City were the enemy. And when it turns out that City weren't the enemy, so they managed to finish above City, there was then someone else waiting. What happens next year? Maybe Liverpool go off the boil and City go off the boil.
Yeah,
Suddenly it's Newcastle.
yeah.
I don't know. Emery gets it right at Villa. Maybe the rogue shout of Chelsea. Like, I just wonder if their actual opportunity, Arsenal, has not necessarily gone for good, but certainly evaporated a touch.
Yeah, I agree.
See.
I do agree.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right then. Anyone on the bench that can do anything for you, lot?
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Lads, we've got to go wide. There we go. It's just on me when Adam's talking. What was that?
What have you got on the bench today? You got Reece James on the bench. You got Sancho on the bench. You got anyone that you look at and think they could help us.
No. The problem that we've got now, actually, like rather than going back to the major issue of the game, in fact, it's more than a major issue of the game. It's a major issue of the season. it's so pivotal that Nicholas Jackson has got himself sent off. We don't have the luxury now of tweaking the formation. Like, we're constantly pumping the balls up to him. The geezer's never won a header in his life. He then gets himself sent off in the most idiotic way. And we now can't. Like, you know, when you talk about what do you do? Do you bring on fucking Jadon Sancho or someone? You're like, maybe that would have been the answer if we still had 11 men. But I don't think that you can have somebody who doesn't put in the work rate when you've only got 10 men.
For sure, yeah. I get it. That's one of the things with me for Sancho, like, just hasn't like that turn of pace that I think you need in the Premier League, you know, to get away from defenders. And so many times he'll get away from the defender with a little bit of skill and then invites them straight back into to kind of.
Mate, do you know when I see
again?
Jadon Sancho playing, he's basically the antithesis of what I want. I think what I like is either the beauty and the silk of a Cole Palmer, or the work rate and fastidiousness of a Bukayo Saka or an Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho doesn't have the skill and panache of Cole Palmer, and he doesn't have the work rate or ultimate quality of an Anthony Gordon or Bukayo Saka. He's somewhere in the middle of both, but he basically does neither.
Do you think Cole
he'd love the
Palmer's doing
Italian
it?
league, wouldn't he? He's such an Italian league player.
I don't know,
German
mate.
league.
Germany obviously did well-ish, I think, but I just don't know, Buvey. For him, I just don't know if he's a footballer. The game is now so much about your athleticism and your desire. I just don't know where he's meant to go. Like, you know, some players you go, this player would thrive in X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe even when Manchester United fans would talk about Anthony, you go, it's just not worked for us. But he could probably do a job in Spain. We joke about Højlund being the worst, and it's totally true. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen, Højlund, here. But it wouldn't surprise me if he went to Spain and scored loads of goals for Celta Vigo. Wouldn't surprise me.
No.
With Jadon Sancho, I honestly don't know. You know, even if we played a game, gun to your head, Jadon Sancho needs to flourish next season. He needs to be player of the year at the club that he goes to. What club is it? And I literally can't really pick one. Like, you know, I don't know, Alejandro Garnacho would be a wicked player for
Napoli.
Napoli, yeah. Equally, you can look at certain players and go, that player would shine for Diego Simeone's Atletico
But I do
Madrid
think
team.
when you look at the German league, whenever I see highlights from the German league, they're running at the counter-attacking against zero defenders in their half.
All those
Like, and
clips of
that's-
Timo Werner, just like the only player in the camera shot. Just like,
And it was, I think there was a clip the other day from the Bayern Munich game where after like 4 minutes, the defense was just disjointed and halfway up the pitch, and they were counter-attacking against no one. It was a real odd situation, but that's how defensive lines are in Germany, and I think we kind of get duped into signing players because they do well over there.
Do you think we'll actually sign him?
Chelsea?
Yeah. Or
But
do you
it's all
think
gone quiet on that, and
do you think we'll pay you the
start him
money?
a lot, don't you?
I think we can pay you $5 million to just make him your problem again.
Yeah,
but equally,
I'd rather the 25 and he's your problem.
I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to like the business of football, but I feel like it would be quite sensible for us, financially talking, to buy him off you for 25 million and then immediately put him up for sale for 50 million? Is it 50
no
million?
one gives you
No,
50
he's not
million.
50. No.
40?
No.
But he's not a 25 million pound player.
He is.
He is at the
You
moment.
paid 70 million for him 3 years ago.
Yeah, he that was too much.
Well, that's them, innit? That's United for you.
And that was then, this is now.
Yeah,
I want
it's
you
tricky.
back. But no, I just can't. I thought you were singing Phil Collins. No, I don't know. I don't even care. I don't care. Why are we talking about Jadon Sancho so much? I don't care.
I just want to get
I
rid
have
of him.
nothing
I
to
want to read
say.
some comments out.
I have nothing to say about Jadon Sancho.
No.
I do think that there is like something to explain though, which is we now don't have Nicholas Jackson for the rest of the season, which basically means Christopher Nkunku will have to lead the line because Joao Felix is out on loan. Christopher Nkunku doesn't want to play for Chelsea. Like he's
It's crazy.
He's made it abundantly clear to anyone that will listen that he does not want to play for Chelsea.
In the Conference League final, you go in full strength in that.
100%.
So you bring all the players back in.
No, I think we go full strength in everything now. There's 3 games left.
Yeah. But it's not going to be some weird kind of B-side that plays the final.
No, I don't think
you'll
what,
swap
like
them out.
Dewsbury Hall leading
People
the
won't
team
wanna
out in
miss
a
out.
final.
Mancini did that once with Pantilimon. He got us the FA
Who have you
Cup
got in the
final, and then
final?
Joe
Let's start
Hart came
with-
back
oh,
in.
you brought
Joe
Got
Hart back
Betis.
in.
We've got Betis, yeah.
Come on, Betis.
Betis
Anthony scores against you like in the
They're
final.
a good side, Betis.
I'm not saying that we definitely win. I mean, but It's the first time that we've played anyone of note in this competition. It's literally, we've got to a final having not played anyone. Like we've played...
I mean, it's that kind of competition.
No, but I mean...
It's like being in the Johnston Paint
It's such a poxy competition, isn't it? Like we've played teams that literally a few times that I've never heard of. Like, be totally honest, this isn't like indicative of your football knowledge. But we played a team called Noah. I don't believe that anyone has heard of them. Have you?
Noah.
Not since the Bible.
Had you heard of them before we played them?
No.
No, I hadn't either. I'll tell you the mad one as well. I went to Germany for the Euros. I was there in Germany very recently for quite a long time. We played a team. It's one thing not knowing a team from Azerbaijan or something like that. You know, it's very difficult to keep across their league. I didn't know a German team. We played a team in it.
Who is it?
Called Heidenheim.
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah, they're massive.
No, they're not.
Heidenheim.
They're massive.
Big city. Big
Name
industrial
one
city.
player that's ever played for Heidenheim.
Huh?
Name one player. Literally one in the history of the game.
I just did.
Who?
But I'm not doing it again. So it just, yeah, that guy.
Literally one
If you had to
player.
make up a German name, what would you say?
Karl-Heinz
Can't go Karl-Heinz.
Effenberg.
Jeez.
That's a good German name I've said there.
Yeah.
Effenberg played for Bayern.
Stefan
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was good. He was a good footballer.
Stefan Effenberg.
Big
yeah.
old head.
Yeah.
But Karl-Heinz Riedler. I just put two different footballers
You're
together.
talking about Noah. They play that interesting formation, don't they?
2-2-2.
Yeah. Teed you up for that. Oh, man. What time is it anyway? It feels weird.
Mate, it's about 10:30 in the morning, isn't it?
1 o'clock.
I need more coffee.
Remember, we're brought to you by Sky.
Hey, let's play 21. Whoever loses does a coffee run.
No, I'm
Say
not.
1,
We're
2,
live.
3.
I'm not doing coffee run live. No
Oh,
way.
that's pathetic, man.
Come on, man.
Pathetic.
We've got an audience who are tuned in, giving us some big chat.
Newcastle
To watch you on
batter
your phone.
Chelsea.
They've tuned in to watch you on
I'm
your phone,
reading
mate.
the comments.
They've tuned in to watch you on the phone.
Greg
Very
thinks you need to
unprofessional.
recall Petrovic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree.
You think to
Who
start
said it?
next season? Greg.
Yeah, Greg's right. Gregory.
You like
right.
Petrovic,
Well,
yeah?
it's not that I think Petrovic is the answer, but I certainly think that Petrovic is the best goalkeeper on Chelsea's books at the moment, and therefore he should be playing for Chelsea. Petrovic is better than Robert Sanchez.
Where is he?
Strasbourg, yeah.
Strasbourg. Wow. Playing for Liam
Because that's our
Rosinier.
other team.
Yeah.
You know, like
Is
in
that
our
where
multi-club model.
Rosinia's over
Liam
there doing well,
Rosinier,
isn't
yeah.
he? He's mad because wasn't he on Wayne Rooney's staff or something at some
Yeah,
point?
Derby County, wasn't it?
Mad. Fair play.
Relegated then, didn't he, Rooney? That's one of the 3 in 3 years. That's a major achievement.
What,
To
Plymouth?
relegate 3 big football clubs in 3 years.
Who's the third?
Burnham City, Plymouth Argyle, Derby County. How many clubs have we got? Where's Rooney gone? DC United. They can't even get relegated
To
in
be
the
fair, he
MLS.
really saved Derby when they should have gone.
Well, they got relegated, didn't they?
Yeah, but that anyone gets them relegated out.
Don't know about
Horrible
that.
situation they had then.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
John Eustace kept them up.
John Eustace, eh? Coventry. Former Coventry.
Hey, did you see your boy Mason Mount the other day?
I did. I thought he had some front, though, and I think you'd agree with this. He scored his first goal for Manchester United since he signed for them 2
No, it was
years
his
ago.
first goal at Old Trafford.
And then he went like that.
No, it was his first goal at Old... It was his first goals at Old Trafford.
Yeah, he scored his first goal in front of the Stretford end 2 years after signing, at the end of the second season, and went like that.
Really good goals, to be fair.
One was very good. One was fine. One was excellent.
Which one's
The
excellent?
turn in the box and finish is excellent.
Yeah, Kiko Makeda stuff.
Yeah, the long shot into an empty net.
It's still
is-
difficult to do. Like, touch came in really quickly to him. He takes it out of his feet and pings it.
I'd like to think.
It's a great finish.
I'd like to think that every single player in that Manchester United team.
Oh boy,
could do
let
that.
me tell you.
I'd like to think every professional footballer could do that.
We've got a lot of players that would absolutely ruin
No,
that
I
one.
genuinely think that every footballer can
It
do
was
that.
nice to see, man. I don't know. I think he's a hard-working lad.
Do you know what, though? If we were
He's
talking about Mason Mount 6 weeks ago, you would have said he'd probably leave in the summer. He's found...
No, I would have said the manager loves him. Like, the manager ain't going to let him go.
Right.
Like, because also his issue is injuries. So if we're going to let him go, he has to be fit. And we can't get him fit.
Just can't keep fit, can he?
But the manager came in, and one of the first things the manager ever said about him was, I love Mason Mount. He's an amazing... Like, literally those words, I love Mason Mount.
Every manager that he's ever had loves him. There isn't a manager that has ever managed Mason Mount that wouldn't say the same thing.
And I think if we want to beat Spurs, we need him in the starting line.
Think about it. Southgate loved him. Tuchel loved him.
was his
Lampard
first
loved
manager at Chelsea?
Lampard.
Was it?
Because it was Derby. He had him at Derby.
He had Lampard, Tuchel,
Lampard loved him.
Southgate, Ten Hag,
Yeah.
Amorim. Are those the only managers he's had?
yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? You'd think like,
Yeah.
because he played for Chelsea and Man United, he would have had loads of managers.
No, every manager that I can think of him having, even Southgate loved him, and Southgate had a lot of competition for that spot. Thomas Tuchel came in and dropped him from his first game at Chelsea. I think we played Wolverhampton Wanderers at home in Tuchel's first game. We were conceding loads of goals under Lampard. So Tuchel comes in, we draw that game 0-0, which felt very like a bad result, drawing 0-0 at home to Wolves. He dropped Mount. Everyone was like, what is he doing? Next game, he gave Mount a chance. Never ever dropped him again. Yeah. Did
you see Beckham doing watch-alongs the other day?
No.
He was doing watch-alongs on Champions League matches.
On what platform?
He did one with Guy Ritchie.
What, just him and Guy Ritchie?
On Paramount, I think.
Oh, right, for a TV channel rather than... Stanley Tucci was on it. Was he? I'd have watched that. Was Beckham any good?
I haven't watched any. I seen a clip of him talking about when he went to LA Galaxy and took the captaincy of Landon Donovan and how he regrets that. But
I mean, Guy Ritchie, Stanley Tucci and David Beckham, I'd watch that.
Yeah. I know. I mean, yeah.
Buvey would watch that. Buvey, did you watch Stanley Tucci, David Beckham, and Guy Ritchie on a watch along?
What on CBS?
Don't know.
Where was it?
Paramount,
CBS,
CBS.
yeah. Yeah, why not?
Did you watch it though?
I watched highlights of it. I saw some stuff on Twitter. Yeah.
Were they like reacting to the game and stuff
Yeah, I
as it
think
went
so.
on?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they got all the access to celebrities.
It's mad. Like when
We got Flav.
remember when the overlap did it, and then now Beckham's doing it. It's like
Yeah.
people start stepping on your turf.
Yeah, what can you do?
Is that Gundogan?
Yeah, and Jules Breach.
That's not Gundogan.
That looks like Gundogan to me.
Was that Gundogan? Just a guy that looks like Gundogan.
Unbelievable.
Coventry lost.
I know, man. Last minute, that fullback, what was he doing? He's one of their better players as well.
He was crying at the end.
Just
wasn't he?
laid it back. Yeah, it's such
It's
a
over,
shame.
innit? It's over.
It's over, yeah. Like,
Oh, you think it's over?
I mean, it will
For
take
both sides.
some doing to go to Stadium of Light and win.
Nah, it's impossible.
It feels.
It's Sunderland or Sheffield United in the Premier next season.
Oh, I hope not
It's over.
Sheffield United, man.
You think Sunderland win the final as well, regardless?
I've got a bad feeling that Sheffield United win the final. They look really good. Yeah.
I mean,
And what I've seen, I mean, look,
I really
anything
want
can happen.
Coventry to do it. If Coventry don't do it, I want Sunderland to.
Coventry, I
don't,
might be wrong.
No, it would be so hard for Coventry to do.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I
hard.
think so.
Reece James is on. Okay, this is good news. Reece James is on. He's done something.
Needed to start the game. He needed to start the game. I don't get it at all.
Wait, it's so ridiculous, isn't it?
It really is. Your manager's got one of them weird beady bands on his wrist, like he's just come off holiday in Australia.
Yeah, he's the type of geezer that would have had a, like when Michael Scott went to the
dreadlock.
Caribbean and he got one dreadlock. Can you imagine Maresco, one of them?
Yeah, one dreadlock.
Have you seen that episode when Michael Scott comes back from Jamaica and he's got
With
one
Jan.
with Jan,
What show's
Goes to
this?
Sandals.
the American Office?
Oh no, I've not seen that episode. No, I've not
Very
seen
funny.
that episode.
Yeah, it's a good.
Very funny.
It's a good one. Reece James is on. Wonder where he'll be playing. If it was in midfield or who's he come on for? Madwake.
This is what I said. Take a winger off.
He's not
put
a midfielder.
James on. Caicedo in the middle, mate.
Yeah, he's not a
That's
midfielder. is he?
literally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange situation at Chelsea. Can we not book any more Chelsea streams, please?
No, we need
The
it.
next
It's
6
funny,
months.
isn't it?
No, I don't want to do it.
We're doing Chelsea on Friday, so put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Why are we doing them again?
The mid
Friday night, mate.
It's the mid-off.
Oh,
Chelsea
Friday
against
night.
Man
I'm not
United.
available, man. I'm going out. I'm
You're
I'm
available.
having a laugh.
You're available. Where are
Let's
you
have a look.
going?
Where are
you
we
ain't got
going?
nowhere to go.
No, I'm going out.
Where are you going?
On the town, mate.
Where? Paint the town red.
On the tune.
Paint the tune
Why are you
red.
doing it? I'm not
Reg.
Chelsea.
Paint the tune,
Who have they
Reg.
got?
Man United.
Man United, I just said it's the
fucking hell,
mid-off.
Even worse. Well, these two
When you
shit
listen,
houses.
I said it's the
Mate,
mid-off.
we could have watched.
Hold
We
on,
could have
you
watched
lot
Man
drew
City
against
Southampton.
yesterday.
Yeah, doing better
Mate,
than
all
you.
the grief that
That's
you've
1
given-
point. And a clean sheet.
All the grief.
What would you rather have, a 0-0 or 1-0 loss? Be honest now.
No,
Exactly.
but what about
I'd
away
rather
from
lose
home at
1-0
Newcastle?
against Newcastle
can't
than
even
draw
talk, you're not
0-0
even
with
in the same
0-0 with
part of-
Southampton.
Man United aren't in the same part of the table as Man City.
Everything that
You're in
you've
a
said about
different part of
Southampton
the
this
table.
year.
Are you still in Europe, Booth?
Huh?
Are you still in Europe?
You're in the Conference League.
Are you in,
Well, you're in the
are you
Conference
Europe?
League. You're in the Europa
You're in
League.
Europe.
Yeah, we're in Europe.
Yeah, I'm in
Where
Europe.
is he United?
Yeah, hands up if you're still in Europe.
Hands up.
Hands up if you're still in Europe.
Are you
final.
hands
No,
up?
Buvey,
Are
keep
you in
them
the
up while I
Club World
count.
Cup?
Buvey, I haven't
Are
counted
you
yet.
in the World
Buvey, I'm
Club
just going to
Cup?
count.
Are you in the Club World Cup?
Yeah.
Club World Cup?
Club World Cup.
Anyone at home?
Yeah. Can I
Are you
get a
in
whoop
that?
whoop?
How are you in that?
Because we beat you in Porto when Aguero was in tears.
The coefficient stands for that long. That was fucking 5 years
Can
ago.
I get a whoop whoop?
coffee, mate.
Yeah, go and do a coffee
I'm not
run.
doing a coffee
You
run
can go
live,
if
am
you
I?
want.
Mate, that was an awkward landing.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Should we order one?
Buvey,
We used to do that, didn't we?
Buvey, take a little hike.
When?
Huh?
Buvey, take a hike. Buvey.
The queues around here to get coffee. Nasty.
Mate, I
nasty
reckon you
queues.
could do it. Okay, this is what I do to my kid. I bet you can't do it within 5 minutes.
He did
So
that.
it's-
He did that to me.
Yeah.
He did that to me. You know, boo. Absolutely, it nearly worked as well.
Buvey, it's on 46 now.
No, I'm
I
not
bet
doing
you can't be back by 51.
No way.
I bet you can't.
No way.
I bet you can't do it.
I'm not a 3-year-old girl, am I, Rory? Slow the game down, lads. Come on.
Buvey.
1-0. Come on, the Newcastle.
Could you be back by the time he's
No.
on his feet?
Do you know what? It's too late in the day for coffee anyway. It's nearly 1 p.m. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. I won't be able to sleep.
Go on, take a hike.
I wouldn't be able to sleep, mate.
I could have a coffee before bed and still.
So could I, and doesn't affect my sleep one
Really?
bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect my sleep
I'm
one bit.
up. Can't do it, mate. Cannot do it.
We don't need another hero.
He embarrassed us with that in Dublin, by the way.
Really?
Embarrassed us.
What, karaoke?
Tony Cascarino walks into a building, right? He stood about 100 meters from him,
Yeah.
singing his song at a loud.
I saw Tony Cascarino.
The whole
over there.
room was quiet.
We don't need another hero.
Cascarino just walked around.
We
the
got
long
Did he?
way.
Tony
No way.
Cascarino. Cascarino scored a hat trick against Tottenham in one of the first Premier League games, one of the first football matches I ever went to. That's why I said. See, you weren't looking, were you?
I was. You're on your fucking
I
phone
said
on Facebook
when
like my
that
granny.
happened, I said that was a really awkward landing and nobody
No, it's
reacted.
fine.
He was
No,
like
he's
that
fine.
Aussie breakdance.
Is he your player?
Tino,
Oh,
he
oh,
used to
no.
play for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Another talent you let go.
Tino Liverham and Lewis Hall.
Another
Lewis
talent
Hall.
ruined by Chelsea?
Both would really improve our team now.
Yeah, Livermento's got to go to England. He starts for
Yeah, I
England. He's
agree.
that good.
I agree. Either side as well. He's
Yeah, yeah.
versatile.
Maybe left back. Yeah.
Is he born in the UK?
Yeah, mate. He sounds like me.
Yes. Love that.
Good footballer and he's very smart.
He was at South. Was he at South? Right, I think he was at Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah.
Go on. Go on, Cole.
Oh, stop it!
Oh,
Stop it!
Shoot!
Superb.
Got a
That's
shot
the boy.
off. That's
You know,
fantastic.
you're legally obliged to shoot after you do something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he'll probably get subbed now. Maresca will be fuming.
yeah. Here we go. Anthony got. Oh, penalty!
Oh no!
fine. It's fine.
That's a foul.
That's fine.
Oh, he went like that. I thought he was pointing at the spot.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Booth, what do you reckon? Booth, what do you reckon?
Booth.
No.
It's not
Give
a foul. It's not a foul.
over.
It's not a foul. It
Bit
looked
soft,
worse.
bit
Soft
soft.
as
It looked
anything. These
worse.
refs.
It's shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, Gordon's a diver
Also,
as well,
Gordon
isn't
kind of comes across him, doesn't he?
Look,
Gordon's
look,
a bit
look,
of
we
a
played
diver.
ourselves in trouble again. We had the ball a second ago.
Oh my God! Wait.
That looked like a fool.
Is that Reece James then? It's absolutely wasted.
This is getting very.
Pedro
Hostile.
Neto was about to roll around then and thought.
They saw the free kick come in, so it didn't bother.
Yeah, held his boot ready to roll around.
Yeah, he's a delicate flower.
Who, Neto?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mate, flower.
How was Miles during the Arsenal game, Booth? Oh, here we go.
He was quiet, the poor guy.
Was he?
Quiet.
I
Yeah.
seen a
I
bit where he
find I
goes, if they
usually think
score
he gets
again, can I go?
louder. I think he gets louder when he's like in the face of adversity.
No,
Usually.
he was
What did he
really
say? If they score again,
disappointed.
can
He
I
went,
go?
he went, yeah, if they score, can I leave? And Booby went, nah.
Did you say no?
we brought up contract law. It was embarrassing how they went out, I thought. Yeah. You beat Real Madrid, they thought he won the whole thing, didn't they? They thought he won the Champions
I had
League.
a terrible feeling that they'd won it though. And I don't know if it was fear. What do they call that? You know, where you like visualize what you really don't want to happen.
I think we underestimate
Catastrophising.
how,
Catastrophe. Yeah, psychosis.
how much, like,
Catastrophizing.
with Ancelotti being off, like, it's just falling apart. Like, everyone knows.
I just didn't think that Arsenal had it in them. Like whatever you think of Arsenal's campaign this year, it's still probably their most impressive individual result for about 15 years.
Yeah.
Beating Real Madrid home and away, the existing European
Yeah.
champions,
5-1.
Ancelotti, Mbappe, all that. It was fucking good.
Poor touch by Cole Palmer there. Gordon,
Oh, he's too fast.
In.
man.
good cover by
Bad
Levi
ball, man.
Colwill.
It's an easy
Way
He needs
ball
to
as
go
well.
down the channel,
An
doesn't
easy
it?
ball,
Yeah.
give it to him.
He made it very easy
annoying,
for,
man.
for Colwell.
The only thing for Chelsea is only 1-0. I mean,
I can't believe it. I
Also,
know.
it doesn't look like 10 men.
Not at the moment.
That's a shit ball, isn't it?
Like,
Unless he gets it.
unless he gets it.
Yeah, then it's a good
So
ball.
results
It
oriented.
pitched up. No,
So
that looked like it was rolling out.
results-oriented.
So result.
That looked like it was rolling
That's
out.
a
He
shit
doesn't
ball
get
unless
this,
he
is
gets
it?
it. Then it's a good ball. Yeah.
Damn,
That's
Burr. How's he playing for
okay.
England, man?
Look, you can't celebrate just a
It's
normal
all so
tackle.
performative, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
It's so stupid.
Football's become that nowadays.
Yeah. It's,
A lot
everybody's
more.
thinking of
It
the
used to just
TikTok.
be an Italian.
Everyone's
or
thinking
two
of the
that do
TikTok
that.
clip.
Yeah.
All these professional footballers, like 13-year-old girls worried about their TikToks.
Also, I think it's like, when you do it once and the crowd makes loads of noise, you must say, oh.
Must be such a
That's sick.
buzz.
Such an easy
Yeah,
win as well. Everyone goes, he's really passionate.
Yeah.
It's like
Put in a
Thogden when he was
transfer
getting those
request.
fans in Saudi Arabia. He thought everyone was doing Sue for him.
Yeah.
Remember that? he thought he was on one there.
Mate, do you remember when he was in my favourite Thogden moment ever? Is when he's at he's at El Clasico and he's in with the Barcelona fans. No, he's in with the Real Madrid fans.
Yeah.
Barcelona score, and the geezers around him start swearing. And like swearing at one of the Real Madrid, one of the Barcelona players, and Thogden's in there going, "No, calm down.
It's only football. It's only football."
It's only football."
I couldn't believe it.
Mate, I saw him the other day. He's walking around. Barcelona in a Real Madrid shirt, like going, "How long's it going to take me to find some trouble?" Like literally, this is the video. He's like, nobody's saying anything to me. He walks around Barcelona. There's a Real Madrid club shop in Barcelona. Loads of people are like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
It's never an issue until game day, right?
He was doing his best to make it an issue. Nobody did anything. So he then started like going up to people and going, "Hurrah."
The things people will do for brand deals. Seriously.
Yeah, right.
Walking around in white gowns with hotel.com on the back. Things you do for brand deals.
That's a good question. What's the worst thing you've done for a brand deal?
This might be it. The thing he just referred to.
I
Mate, there's an
remember
image. There's an image of me, like effectively like Marilyn Monroe, lying across you in a robe. You lot are all carrying me like that,
Yeah.
and I'm lying down. Like that has to be the worst thing that we've ever done.
The worst thing I did once was I was doing it was like a Hello Fresh or something, and I basically dragged myself into gym so for the video I could make myself look healthy.
What, you went out of
Filmed a
sauna?
bit.
What do you mean? What, you pumped some
Moisturiser.
weight?
Like, like to film like some B-roll and that. It's like I just went on the treadmill and that.
No, actually,
Went straight to the sauna.
no, the one where you two are carrying me.
I wasn't
In a
picking you
row.
up, was I? Was
No,
I
we
part of
were.
the
You
squad
are,
picking
all of
up?
you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Was Elliot there as well? Was he in the photo? Was he taking?
Nah,
the photo?
he
Was
took
Elliot?
it.
there?
Elliot wouldn't have been in
He
the
would
crowd.
not.
He would've
Although
just put
Elliot's in one with me and you, don't say for who. This is appalling.
Oh yeah. Let me show Buvey.
Yeah, we have the worst ever. Ever.
Full kit thing.
No, this is worse, but don't say who it's
I
with.
won't say anything.
Yeah. Have you got it
crazy.
handy? Do you have
Yeah.
that photo saved? Yeah.
So I'm a bit ADHD, so I have like folders of events.
Do
the
you?
pictures
That's
in there.
fucking great.
Have a look at that. Please.
That is the worst ever. Oh, like Charlie's Angels.
So for those that don't know, it's a picture of me and Rory, and Elliot's in the middle, and me and Rory are like this, either side of him, back to back. It's pathetic. And
We're
it's
like
hilarious.
Charlie's Angels.
Hilarious.
That was
Charlie's anals.
absurd. Like absolutely absurd.
Things you do for a good brand deal, eh?
That was absurd.
Yeah.
No. What about you? Did you No.
Before you was like, have you heard about Xabi Alonso?
He's leaving Germany.
Yeah, he's leaving Bayer Leverkusen.
He's
It
going
looks
to-
like he's going to Real Madrid, but he
right?
hasn't confirmed it yet.
Yeah. No, he'll go to Real Madrid. It's time, isn't it? It's time for everybody. It's like the natural passage for him.
They need a refresh as well, Real Madrid. I think the way they got knocked out by Real Madrid, by Arsenal,
Yeah.
Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final,
They made
Barcelona
a mistake.
in the
Do
league.
you think they made a mistake with Mbappe?
I think they made a mistake with Ancelotti. But a respect. I know
No,
he
but
won
he
the
won-
Champions League
no.
last season. I know, but keeping him, I think you could have got rid of him after winning the Champions League final. That's happened before. Zidane won 3 in a row and left. I think the right time was to leave when Alonso's star was a little bit higher. He just won the league with Leverkusen. Try and take him out then. I know he wanted to stay at Leverkusen.
How
but
did Leverkusen do this year in the league? Like, were they up there? And
they were competing in the last few months as well. But it's been nowhere near the same level. And I don't know. I think you need a philosophy of modern football. I think Ancelotti is just a little bit. I think it's just an age thing.
But this time last year, we wouldn't have been saying that. They were about to win a Champions League.
No, I know, but
And they won the league as well last year, didn't they? Jude Bellingham won the double in his first season.
I'm talking long term, and they've still got a young squad at Real Madrid. I still think
No, I
long
think it's
term.
the right time now, but it would have been weird to sack him off the back of winning the double.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways of it
They've
looking.
done
It doesn't look like a
Yeah,
sacking if you just say, "Oh, you parted ways."
Average! What the fuck? See that? Cucurella gets forward, we get behind. First time this half that we've been in behind, and Cucurella just chips it into the keeper's arms.
Yeah. You're
We
not
just
a
don't have any
smart
answers.
side, are you? You're not
No,
a
we don't have
killer
any
side.
answers.
You're not a killer side.
No, but the other thing is, do you know like good managers, sometimes good teams, they just find a way. But often a good manager, there'll be like a tactical tweak and all of a sudden the game looks totally different. Like, I don't know, when we were good, Joe Cole and Damien Duff would swap wings and all of a sudden it would just unlock something.
Isaac Finn. Oh, Colwell's done really well.
Defending there from Cole.
Colwell's been good this half.
Gets the foul as well.
No? Corner?
I don't mind Cole. I think he's a good backer. I think someone in the chat today was saying that he's like, if you're going for the title in a couple of years, he's not a bad option to have as the third or fourth.
No, I don't mind that, but he's a starter.
He could
Like,
also
probably
get
plays a lot
better.
of football.
Some people will tell you that he's the best centre half at the club. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What, Chalobah?
Yeah, I believe Chalobah, but most people will tell you Colwill is our best centre half.
Not much separating them though, is there?
I think Chalobah's a better player, but
much
most
better, like clear.
no, not much, but better.
They're all kind of
Yeah.
You need a world class.
Also, I like Chalobah because he's from London,
Where's Cole from?
Southampton.
Is he?
yeah.
Like you're always going to feel more of an affinity to the London.
Yeah.
Mate, Newcastle are going to rue this if Chelsea go up there and somehow score. It's still only 1-0.
Wouldn't surprise me. I think Chelsea got it in
58
them.
minutes. Chelsea are down to 10 men.
Doesn't look like it, does it? Like, they're not keeping the ball well enough.
They
Newcastle,
started
are
like
they?
a house on fire,
Yeah,
Newcastle, and it just fell off.
Yeah. Oh look, here we go. Just knock it around the back. Oh, look, now he shouldn't have done that. Like that is definitely not.
Go on,
what he did.
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
Let's see what I mean. You go long and you hope for the best, and suddenly something happens. Well, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Though, there's nothing wrong with just going long.
No, yeah, and you're so much out the pitch now as well. Higher up the pitch.
Come on. Even a draw. I take a draw right now.
Yeah, I think losing puts you in a really tough spot.
Of course. Got a good shot on him, Pedro Neto.
Do you think you beat United on Friday night?
Yeah. They beat us.
Really?
I'd like to think so, but I
tricky
don't
game to
think
call.
it's a guarantee at all. I could see United getting a draw at Chelsea.
It's always a tough game, that one.
Depends how we treat it. Because, like, for West Ham today, we'll rest a lot of players.
Do you know what I've kept
So
thinking?
then we might, for Chelsea, go back to the strongest 11 that we play in the final and then rest them for the last.
Yeah.
Like, we could potentially do that, which might work.
Do
but
you know what I've been saying about Man United? Like, in my WhatsApp group, when people start talking about like results and bets and whatever people are doing, I've been saying for about the last like 3 months, nah, United will get a win this week. It will come. And it just doesn't come ever. Like they keep losing.
No.
It has to come at some point. It just has to.
What, United winning a game of football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the league.
Well,
it's interesting though.
I hope
Like,
so for some,
our league
fans.
form had a spike. Like before the Lyon game, we had our league form improved, and in performance, it definitely improved. And then since the Lyon game, I think there's been a clear separation of we're just focused on Europa
We're a
League. And I
European
think
team now.
you look at 2017 when we won it under Mourinho.
Oh, he did that.
I think we
did
won
that.
one of the last 6 or 7 league games.
Wow.
No, he
just focused on that.
Yeah, he massively did that.
There's a United fan who's not cut his hair until Man United win 5 in a row.
Yeah,
Seen
poor
that?
fella. He'll
And he said he's not counting pre-season games, so now it's impossible until the start of next season for you to
He'll be
win 5 in a row.
looking like Chewbacca next year, man.
And his hair goes up as well. It's not like long. It's like
It
goes up.
It grows out like hair bear bunch.
It's a good tactic. It's a good social tactic. He's getting big followers off it, man. But then I saw another one. As like an Arsenal fan, I'm not gonna change my top until we win the Champions League or something like that.
Stink.
I think people are so weird when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, I won't what?
Like, you're making it all about you as well. No one cares how long your hair is. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to cut my hair. Okay, who the fuck are you?
Mate, he's a big fan now. He's got a big following because of this.
Has he?
Mate.
I think he's getting like big following. Yeah.
I'm not going to cut my hair until Arsenal win
Until
again.
Man United win 5 in a row.
When
Go and get a haircut.
what'll be
Don't get a
funny
haircut.
when we get
Don't
to
tell
4
me
and
about
then we draw a game or something. You know, like
It's mad how people make things all about them, isn't it? It's like when somebody dies and people like put up a picture. Oh, it's really sad that this person's dead. Anyway, here's me and that person.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. Madness.
Yeah.
Madness. Yeah.
I see where it's coming from with that, but I know my first thought is that I don't want to.
Some really sad
Yeah.
news. Somebody famous is dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, just so you know, I met that really famous
took a
person.
selfie
It's
with
all
him in the
about
West
me,
End
by the
or
way.
something.
My
Yeah.
favourite one is, when something happens somewhere, Times Square.
Yeah.
It's there. Oh, I was only there last year.
Yeah,
You
I know.
fucking
Yeah,
grow
I
up,
know.
you
Yeah,
dick.
I know. That is amazing. Yeah, that is.
Could have been me.
That really is amazing.
I was there last week.
Big save from Nick
Great
Pope.
save by Nick Pope.
He's a good keeper, man. I like Nick
Yeah.
Pope a lot, man.
That is true. When people do that, yeah, it could have been me. Fucking.
When were you there? 3.5 years ago?
Yeah. Well,
Christmas.
also, you were one of the. So it happened in a holiday destination, Vegas. Millions and millions and millions of people were on holiday in Vegas over the past year, mate.
Every
Like,
week, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
In and out. That's a huge save from Nick Pope.
Kind of just need a number 9. That's Pope,
Yeah.
innit?
Even a crap one, like Morata
Yeah.
scores that.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Not the
not the
shot, not the
shot,
shot, the parry, the Rick Parry.
Oh, to be in there. Yeah.
The Rick Parry. Oi. Oh, man.
Wow.
It's a brave choice, that jumper. I mean, I'd wear it if I was a Chelsea fan, but
Harry has a super chat saying sporting directors need to get their P45s.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's absolutely right.
But who are they?
Oh, mate,
Is it someone we know, like, or is it?
it's,
Or is it Todd Bowley's mate that
No,
used to be
it's,
an
it's
accountant
people that
at
were.
PLA?
It's people that have come from Brighton. What are they called again? It's people that have come from Brighton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So maybe you won't. Were they there last summer?
Maybe. I can't remember when they were
you won't see
appointed.
an
What are their
impact from
names? I
them
can't think
till-
of their names.
Excuse me, sorry.
Fucking hell. That's early, isn't it?
Are you concerned about losing to Tottenham? I know you say, oh, Tottenham don't beat you in the final, but there has to be concern there for you. There has to be. It's tough playing Spurs in a final because you
Spurs
are
don't
worried
beat us.
about them. You are worried. If you lose to them, you're laughing stock of
On the
war
day,
football.
obviously, I'll be nervous. It's a huge game. Obviously, any final, but then you add the Champions League and the carrot of that and
Buvey.
what that means. But
Stuart
Spurs don't
Stanley.
worry me.
Thank you, Bellman. Sorry, I have to interrupt. Buvey, there's a message for you in the chat. Could you have a look? And answer it on camera, please. Buvey, if you look in the chat now, there's a message that you need to answer.
If it's childish, I'm
It's
not
not
doing it.
childish. You need to answer it on camera
who?
now. From someone in the. You'll know immediately. It's like 4 up from the bottom. Thoughts?
You're childish.
What?
You're childish.
you're childish, by the way.
If people are messaging you directly, it's rude to ignore.
They're not. It's a public forum. My DMs are private. It's not my DMs.
I mean,
is
it says
It's a
Buvey.
YouTube. It's a
Thoughts on-
YouTube video.
It says Buvey.
Yeah, I was
Literally-
engaging in a football conversation
No,
with Adam. Okay,
Buvey.
and you brought up some childish, libelous kind of stuff. Theoretically libelous. So, yeah. Look, what do you think about Tottenham? Do you think Tottenham can beat you in the final?
What do I think of Tottenham? Shit.
Right.
beat
Do you know when I've
Cannot
heard
wait.
Chelsea fans saying that, it makes me want to rip my own head off.
United fans started singing it when we were there.
Oh my god!
And you know that other
Where did it all
You know
go
that
wrong?
other song where Arsenal fans sing? Like there was one fellow, I think about 6 months trying to get it going in the
What
in
one?
the Stretford end. Oh,
Have you heard?
it goes. We got something. We got thingy and something.
We got. Yeah, I know it.
It's
Rocking all over the world.
yeah.
Saka and Emil Smith Rowe.
That is a horrendous chant,
Yeah.
and someone tried to sing it in like
Yeah, yeah.
a United version,
Yeah.
and basically no one would let onto them.
Good.
No one would
Yeah.
sing it.
Have you ever seen what Arsenal have done now in terms of like being the most unoriginal fans in the world?
Yeah, they're the worst.
Liverpool have got a very good song that they sing for Luis Diaz to the Copacabana song
Yeah.
tune, and it fits Luis Diaz. The way Liverpool have structured the song, it's good. Like it goes. It's really good what Liverpool have done with it. Arsenal have tried to make it work for Gabriel Martinelli, and they've just nicked it. You know, like it's just terrible. It's like where has the originality gone?
Yeah. I thought they let themselves down, Arsenal, last few weeks with beating Real Madrid. They thought they won it. They're releasing all these documentaries, trailers, Arteta talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Embarrassing
That was
stuff.
bad, innit? Bring your boots. And
Bring your boots, man.
did you see that tifo?
Embarrassing.
Oh God!
Well, I mean, that tifo, it was literally
Tiny.
the least imaginative,
That was
least
Ty's fucking
inspiring.
bedsheet.
I mean,
it was
but it
small,
wasn't. It wasn't even creative on that level. It was literally nothing, was it? It was like, okay, what's our badge look like?
To be fair to Arsenal fans, I think what happened here is typical where a club thinks they know better than fans.
Yeah.
So I think Arsenal fans voted on some different kind of tifos which they could have used, and they selected one. I think it was like chess based with like loads of chess pieces and stuff. It looked all right, but then Arsenal as a football club have gone, well, actually, we'll take control of what we're doing with this, and then
All they had to do
leave
is
it to the fan.
Put up a picture. Ian Wright, when Arsenal won their last European Cup in 95, no, not 95, 94. On the way to that final, in a semi-final, they beat Paris Saint-Germain, and there's a wicked picture of Ian Wright celebrating. Ian Wright scored the winner in Paris, and he's celebrating in front of like this PSG badge that's like half broken.
Just
Wright's like, just use that.
Perfect.
Just put that up.
Easy.
Yeah, just put that up.
But I thought United one looked quite nice.
United do stuff like that quite well. We're quite good at stuff like that, actually. When we did our European thing, because we've got all 4 European trophies, soon to be 5, we had like each one represented.
Yeah, and that's how ours had it. It had the 3 European Cups, the Europa League Cup Winners' Cup.
We're going to be the only team to have won.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, we share it with you, Ajax, Juventus. It's you, Ajax, Juventus.
I think it's a good record.
just-
I think it's a good record.
Yeah, I think there's only 4 teams that have done it: Chelsea, Ajax, Juventus,
It's a really
Manchester
good record
United.
to have, I think.
And when Manchester United only got it recently, when Mourinho won it.
Yeah, against Ajax.
But we're going to become the first team to have them all.
Betis tough though.
I know.
I've seen some highlights, especially with Anthony being there.
Where are they in La Liga?
look
Do you have
solid.
a clue?
I
Are
don't know
they
where
like
they are in
doing
the
well
league,
in their
but-
domestic season?
They look solid, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, Pellegrini. Ooh.
Is it?
Yeah, Pellegrini.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sheikh Mansour went to
I love
Spain
Pellegrini.
in a Lamborghini.
Used to sing "The Charming Man." You know, "The Charming
Yeah,
Man" by
yeah,
the Smiths.
Smith.
That was his song.
Pellegrini.
Yeah. Bought us back a manager. Name was Pellegrini. I could be a good Man City fan, don't you reckon?
I think you
I
would
do
be.
the accent well in the
You
song.
like Oasis?
Do you know who Abs Busquets is?
Yes.
I saw a clip. He's a Man United fan, right?
Is it
Do you
the
know Abs
hate
Busquets?
along?
Nah, he made me laugh, right? He's a
He's
Man
on
United
SDS.
fan. Yeah, he's a Man United
Yeah, he's a
fan. I've
good
never
lad.
met him. I've never met him, but I like
lad.
him. I got him on the social media, right? And he's doing this, he's a Man United fan. And he's doing the Man United songs. And I'm almost 100, I don't know him, but I'm almost 100% sure he's from like Northwest
Oh,
London.
he's
like,
Cockney, yeah. He's from London.
yeah. And he's doing the Man United songs and he's going, you and I.
I think you just do. I think what you do when you sing the chant, everyone sings it in the same voice, don't they? Almost like it almost all sounds
yeah.
the same, which kind of mad. He did a great video. He did a couple of reels where he was watching the Arsenal PSG game with some Arsenal fans and just winding them up throughout the
Was he?
whole game.
Who was he with? Like Sharky
Like,
and all that?
No,
crap?
no. There were a few of his. I think he's just
Just his mates.
a couple of his mates. Yeah, and he was just terrorizing the
Was
whole
he?
game. It was
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, very funny. But yeah, him doing that accent, I was watching it, man. It had me in stitches.
Because
I
I
saw
guess, even, like you know when you go, United.
Yeah.
Like I do it.
Do you do?
United. You end up doing
The
it.
thing is, with Man United though, there's so many. Because of the size of the club. There's always been so many Cockney Reds that is everyone
Cockney
doing it?
Reds are a proper thing. Like,
Yeah. It always has been.
Proper.
Used to be like part of the mob and that. But I'm surprised that it kind of hasn't infiltrated the accent to make it like less Mancunian. Yeah, he made me laugh, man. Driving through the Blackwall Tunnel on a line bike, singing Man United songs in the most Mancunian accent. Yeah, he's driving on a line bike through the Blackwall Tunnel, singing Man United songs in probably the worst Mancunian accent I've ever heard.
Yeah, we have to get him on. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, he's class.
Have you met?
Yeah, we
I did
Sky
Barrow
together.
Brothers with him,
Oh, did
and it
you?
was funny because he had done
Newcastle. Oh, so
God,
shit.
That's Bruno
it.
Guimaraes. Fucking hell, have a shot next time.
Bruno.
3 cheers for Guimaraes.
Oh, mate. Come on, Newcastle. Come on. Oh, God.
I've drunk too much. Well, you.
Roy's off.
He's lucky the
Off-ski.
table's not shorter, isn't it? You'd see like
You know.
you'd see. It's a
Been an
brave.
awful game, innit?
When he sits down, don't a ball pop out or anything like.
Oh,
I'd
I
be
don't
scared
want
of
to
wearing
fucking
them shorts.
visualize that, man.
I'd be scared of wearing.
Why do you want to?
shorts
Why
like
are you
that.
visualizing?
I'm not
that?
visualizing it. I'm just questioning it.
God's sake, man.
I'm worried for him.
ball would pop out, man. We're trying to do a real stream here.
You're talking about balls popping out. Sancho's coming on.
If he has a stinker today, it'll be a picture of troops on Twitter.
Yeah.
Kennington,
where it started.
popping
Have
on
you
a
seen the
cherry
one where
vape.
they've changed Sancho's face to where it's troops?
Have they? Yeah,
I
yeah.
know there's the one where they just got troops sat on his kitchen.
Smoking a vape.
Yeah, it's like
Blueberry muffin vape.
it's yeah, it's funny, man. Oh god.
Oh, wow. Someone's saying, get on Misfits, Adam.
Who shall I fight?
They're saying some McKenna.
Oh yeah, I'd smash him up. I'd absolutely write him off, bro.
I don't know, mate. I think you're both similar sizes.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Physiques.
I would not lose a fight to him.
No?
Not never.
Never.
I think also if I did Misfits and someone was beating me that shouldn't be beating me, I would just resort to just elbowing them or something.
Yeah, but you can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. You gotta stick to the rules, man.
Remember old Tyson Fury where he swings in and just ends up with an elbow?
Who was that against?
Was it Wilder?
What, he elbows him?
Where
Where he's munching him in the
Yeah,
corner. And he
yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
I think I know what you're on about. Yeah. But Darren Till said he was going to do that, didn't he? And then the fight got cancelled.
He was just joking,
against
though.
KSI.
No, yeah,
Was it KSI?
no, Tommy Fury.
Oh, Tommy Fury, yeah.
And then Tommy Fury pulled out the fight.
Yeah.
Mate, the other day, he was trending. So when I see people trending, I just think, why is he trending? He was trending because he got back with his missus. What the why
Yeah, it was on
does
BBC
anybody
News.
care?
It was
What?
on BBC News, yeah.
Good job,
Yeah.
we don't pay our TV license, eh, Booth?
No, I don't. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Why'd you pay for that rubbish?
Fucking just to hear about Tommy.
Anyone from BBC shout me, yeah?
Tommy Fury.
I'm joking. For legal reasons, I'm joking. Come on, Newcastle. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Greg Colwell's been
That's a
good this
tackle. Yeah, I can't believe it, man. It's number one on BBC World News. You know, absolutely crazy. That's a great tackle there from Colwell. Colwell's been fantastic. What a centre back Colwell is. Absolutely fantastic.
What have I missed?
Nothing much.
Colwell
mate.
again
Nothing
with
much.
some impressive defending. Your boy Colwell.
So if Forest win their game in hand, they go above Chelsea.
Well done, Carol Vorderman.
Come on. Who have Forest got next? Do we know?
Why are you celebrating? No, Forest get beat.
Forest
though.
got Leicester today.
Forest are spent.
They smashed Leicester City.
It's a bit of a Midlands thingy there. You never know.
I don't know.
Ah!
Ooh.
It's a clever pass.
So as it stands, Liverpool obviously 82 points clear. Arsenal 67, 35 played. Newcastle 36 played, 66 points. City 36 played, 65. Chelsea 36 played, 63. Villa 36, 63.
So we're same as Villa, same points, same.
Forest got a game in hand and are on 61.
And Newcastle will go 3 above us, right?
Yes. So assuming Nottingham Forest beat Leicester, the top 5 would be Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, City and Forest.
So Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, final day of the season could actually be the playoff of all playoffs. Chelsea versus Liverpool, Jesper Gronkiar, 2004.
Do we have
all
to
over
turn
again.
up for that? Should we just leave Rory to do that on his own?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Top 4 battle.
Mate, I've been carrying you two from day dot anyway.
Fuck, it's been terrible.
Shut
from
up,
Chelsea.
you.
You've been shit, mate.
Mate, how did you get on yesterday? The way that
better than you.
The way that
Better than you.
The way that you've spoken about Southampton over this year, you must
Yeah,
be
yeah,
ashamed.
yeah. That's probably what inspired them.
Do you know how many
you know?
people that tweeted me yesterday, Southampton fans?
Really?
Fucking Gimps.
Yeah, I mean, what did they do? Made sure that they couldn't finish as bad as Derby.
Derby.
Yeah, they celebrated like mad, which I thought was so embarrassing, man. Like
But it's worse than Derby because you know that Derby happened. Do you know what I mean? Derby was like the first of its kind to be that bad.
yeah,
Southampton have had 20 years. You've got sports science. You've got all these different things. So
12,
stop being
12
Derby.
points, man.
It's worse than Derby, like relatively speaking. The money in the Premier League is different back then.
Onside that.
They're Kenny Miller at front Derby.
Yeah.
You can't fault them.
Scored the winner against Newcastle. They only won one game.
Is that it? Kenny
Newcastle,
Miller?
Yeah.
Kenny Miller beat us.
4
Scored
points.
when the Wolves beat us.
That season,
Derby.
Derby County got 4 points off Newcastle.
Wow.
4 of the 12 off the same team.
Who was Newcastle's manager? It was 08, right?
08, it would have been
Can you? Joking here? No.
Pardew.
No, not Pardew.
Full Pardew.
08, it would have been Kevin Keegan again.
No.
No.
Oh.
Paul Jewell. No, he was Derby manager.
No, that was Derby, mate. We're on
Who
about
was
who's the
Newcastle manager in 08? We should be able to do this without
checking.
checking.
Keegan again.
Rafa?
No,
No, way before Rafa.
Rafa was later than that. Yeah,
Way before.
2008.
I think it was
Shearer. Did he keep? Is that season he came in to replace?
Shearer.
Is that when they went down?
No, they didn't go
Fucking
down in
what's his
08, did they? They went down more recently than 08.
Shearer.
They went-
My
No,
gut
they've
instinct
gone
went
down twice since
Pardew.
then.
Check this comment. Someone will have told us.
Shearer sent
Oh,
you
Allardyce.
down.
Allardyce.
He sent you down.
Then he got sacked and Shearer came in. They got relegated in 2008. Newcastle.
Did they go 08?
And they went in 2013 as
They
well.
went. They also went more recently.
Was that
like
Chris
very,
Hughton
They've gone
era?
twice.
They
in
went
the Premier
quite
League.
recently because I remember we played Sunderland last day of the season, and I was at Sunderland the day that they survived,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Newcastle went.
That
'cause
was
they
the
went
second
mad.
time they got relegated.
That would have been
That would
that.
have been good
I
atmosphere.
I was spot on.
Yeah, it was,
Kevin
mate, it was great.
Keegan.
It was great. That would-
Oi, look at that. What? That's trivia right there.
when would that have been? When did we relegate? Well, we played
13.
Sunderland last day of the season.
Did you win the title that
3-2,
season?
yeah. Did we? No, I don't think we did. I went out there for no reason. No, I went out there for no
13,
reason.
14?
Can't remember. But we played Sunderland last day anyway, and Newcastle got relegated
Ooh.
because they went mad.
Oh,
Great for
I
Newcastle.
got-
Oh, what a touch. Oh, Harvey Barnes,
That
man.
counts a shot on target.
Oh, he's had a stinker there.
That's a touch
Such a
for
good
Duncan,
move, man.
Shit
Such a good
touch.
move. Oh,
Fuck, he hit it first time as well.
Yeah.
come on, Neto.
I'd love a Chelsea goal here just because it. Oh!
Why do you want a Chelsea goal?
Because
Chelsea
Newcastle
goal
have
gets us
wasted
in the
a lot
Champions
of
League, and you
time
want
here.
that.
I don't want Chelsea in the Champions
You do.
League. Of course I don't.
It's good for you.
No,
You
it's
want
not.
Chelsea in the
It's good
Champions
for us.
League. You want
Why?
Chelsea in the Champions League the way you wanted Arsenal in a European final.
I don't want you in the Champions
You
League.
do.
I don't.
Yeah, you
Good
do.
for us next season.
I'm helping you.
I don't.
I'm helping
Imagine
you.
Man United, Chelsea, City in Champions League next season.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
good.
Bare streams.
You don't deserve to be in the Champions League.
Neither do
Oh,
you.
fucking
Neither do
roll
you.
off,
You haven't
yeah.
won the league. It's only the league winners deserve it.
Yeah.
When have you last won it then?
Neither do you.
When have United last won it?
United?
2013.
So why are they in the Champions
Yeah,
League?
we're talking about do you deserve to be in it?
Yeah, Man City are second.
Really, the
most
Champions League
successful
should only be the
Premier League.
league winners, really.
Man City have 10 league titles.
No.
They do.
No, you.
Club's got 10 league titles
No,
in history.
you're a joke.
All right, we got 20 now. What?
You're a joke. You're a big joke.
You big stiff idiot.
What's happened there?
Enzo Fernandez
What's
just
happened,
thrown
mate?
Gomares on the floor for no
Is
reason.
he giving him a foul? You've got to get
Idiot.
up. You've got
Enzo
to get
getting
up.
my tits in, you know.
Yeah, he's a
He doesn't
really
stop.
annoying player.
I think the ref's got a lot right today, to be honest.
Mm.
He's been okay. He's been okay.
That'd be like an Argentine Brazilian thing.
Enzo running about like Megan
Who
Rapinoe.
do you reckon wins in a straightener between Bruno Gomares and Enzo Fernandez?
Bruno
Bruno.
Gomares fills him in.
Do you reckon?
Actually, I don't know, you know. These RGs are hard.
I back Brazilians
Brazilians
over
are as well,
Argentina.
Yeah, I know, but so are the RGs.
Capoeira and all
And
that.
then you look at the
don't want to
fact-
mess with Capoeira.
Remember Eddie in Tekken?
Yeah, but don't mess with Capoeira is all I'm saying.
I mean, it's an assumption that he knows capoeira.
Probably.
What's Capoeira?
Just don't
It's
mess
like that.
with
Remember Eddie from Tekken? He used to like dance while he was fighting.
Tekken. Yeah.
It's like a
Looks kind of
so
like drunken
it's
master. but
fighting to the
spinning
samba
around
beat,
him.
man.
Yes, like samba and all that.
Yeah, so don't mess.
Yeah, don't mess with
All I'm
Brazilians.
saying is
Show him a capoeira move, bro.
I don't
Stand up.
want
You got the shorts.
I don't
on,
want
you
to
got
do
the
it. If I
leg
did
movement.
that, I'd have to roundhouse kick him.
Argentines are
Start-
soft, man.
Start crying.
Argentines are soft.
Start
man.
All right,
crying.
you've finished. By the way, Buvey's opinions do not reflect my opinions.
I just
What?
I'm a
Argentines are
You're going to
soft.
call out all of Argentina right now. So
They usually fall
last
after
time
2
you did
weeks.
it with Newcastle.
They do, don't they?
Last time you called out Newcastle, you bottled it after one.
No,
One
I
person-
don't bottle that. They do fall after 2 weeks. Well, what can I do?
Wait, I'm going to do a roundhouse kick on you in a minute. You're going to go flying.
You can't even fucking. You wouldn't be able to reach up here. Your step ladder.
Like Scrappy doing it. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Mate, if I do my capoeira moves, you'll be crying. Put the derby away. You're on camera.
What are you on about, man?
Your derby was out on camera.
Derby? What's a derby?
Your belly. Your Derby Kelly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Derby Kelly. What's Derby Kelly?
Your Derby Kelly's out.
Yeah.
I ruined
10
your
minutes of
stretch
this
there. You're in the
shit.
middle of a lovely stretch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you ruined
you
it,
ruined
man.
It's like when you're
That
yawning
interrupted a
halfway.
yawn. That's dangerous.
Now I feel like I need to yawn all day.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You can't interrupt a yawn. That's dangerous.
No, or a stretch, but
Well,
then
I was
you
doing
can't.
it. You fucking was yapping on about something.
Why did it affect
Fucking
you?
yapping on, man. Yeah, no, mate.
No, but you can't. We're on camera.
What
man.
do you want?
We'll get a strike, a YouTube strike. We don't want to see nudity.
There was no nudity. I've got a long shirt on.
No, your
It's an
derby
XL.
was flying out the bottom, man.
Cole Buxton, they fit really, really well. Oh,
Megs.
Come on, please.
Sancho, this shit.
I think Maresca deserves credit. I think you've been overcrowded in the midfield. I think Maresca deserves credit. You've handled the game well.
We've
1-0.
done well since you went 1-0 down.
I think so.
Original thoughts from you there.
I think, not 2 or 3-0. Better
Were
than
you
that.
surprised to see Gordon go off? Against 10 men, he seems like the ideal player, isn't it?
Yeah, Harvey Barnes hasn't been as effective. But then I think Chelsea have been decent at just holding the game at 1-0. They've been okay on the ball, second half.
But it's kind of like, it is ideal for, whilst it's not ideal to still be 1-0 against 10 men, for Newcastle, it's Chelsea play a very ideal way for them. They're not knocking at the door every second. They're not trying to break them down relentlessly. It's all very much in front of them with, although that's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
pass there. Sancho
Chelsea.
in. See, even then, Sancho.
Oh!
Enzo just told Pope. Was that a save by Pope?
Pope's fantastic, mate. What a keeper.
Oh, what a shame. It's just a hit and hope, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a great save.
Cole Farmer.
Shut up. Mate, that's another
That was in the chat. That was in the chat.
Cole Farmer.
Idiot.
That's good, man.
You utter mug. Look at you laughing at that as well.
Put that in the notes. Cole
utter
Farmer.
mug.
Cole Farmer.
Mate, you fucking Wally.
Whoever said that? Who said that?
Him.
It's in the chat.
Who said it?
I
Give him
don't know.
credit.
What do you mean to quote
He's
everything?
he's never not going to be called Cole Farmer.
As a Liverpool fan.
Mate, you're an utter
Cole
idiot.
Farmer.
All I'm saying is you, not the person who said it, you. Are an
Oh,
idiot.
grow up, Roars.
You?
Come on. Act your age, not your shoe size.
Who said that?
No, fuck knows. Tracy Beaker.
Prince.
Tracy B.
Fuck knows. Mate, she
It
had a
doesn't
tough
work,
upbringing,
though,
man.
but
Don't fucking
It only
slag her
works
off,
in
man.
the UK.
It was Prince.
Her mum dropped her off at a care home and she never came back. A child daycare centre. Mental.
It wasn't a daycare centre.
Well, daycare, innit? Well, what is
Like
it then?
for foster kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, foster kids centre.
Yeah.
No, never came back.
Yes, come on. Ref. Right, we're going to get something out of this game.
Cole Farmer, come on.
Shut up, you. Mate, so easily pleased. So easily pleased. Look at that. Someone's tickled him.
Oh,
Go and do a coffee run.
Cole Farmer.
Shut up.
Oh, that was a super chat, so you had to read it out.
Yeah, it was a super chat from proper LFC.
You had to read it out.
Nice one.
Why is that actually written down?
I think that's a great
Why has our
shout.
producer actually put Cole Farmer down? That's just ludicrous.
Our
This is
producer's
fantastic.
first day on a new job.
Yeah,
Going
first day,
amazingly well.
he's
Look,
smashing
Cole
out
Farmer,
the park as far as I'm concerned.
Great notes.
Cheryl Cole on the screen, fantastic.
Yeah. So, did you ever get to the bottom of your top 5, Geordie?
I said, we said Nadine, didn't we? Yeah,
No,
Nadine.
she's not Geordie.
Irish.
What's wrong with
Girls
you?
allowed again.
Mate,
I mean, we're going to do top 5
yeah,
girls
yeah,
allowed.
yeah.
There's only
I've-
5.
I've
Potato
gone, Alan Shearer.
what about YouTubers? My favourite's Will
Well,
Ellie.
I've already done. I've already done Will Ellie, man.
What about YouTubers?
Cheryl Cole's got a YouTube channel.
No, she
Yeah,
doesn't.
she does.
She doesn't.
Cheryl Cole Vivo.
No, she doesn't.
She does.
She doesn't.
Where are her music videos then? Cheryl Cole, Fight for This Love and all that.
Remember when Vivo was a thing? Is that
Mate,
a thing
Fight for
anymore?
This Love.
On a genuine one, name your favourite Geordie YouTuber.
On a genuine one, mate. Cheryl Cole's YouTube channel.
On a genuine one,
On a
mate.
genuine one, mate.
Go on, Cole. Go on, Cole.
Cole Farmer.
Cole Farmer. Oh, that's a foul.
Diving.
A foul there.
Diving.
Is that Reece James in the middle of the park?
Foul!
Go on, KC,
Foul!
lad.
No.
I like that. There was
Yellow
nothing wrong
card.
with that.
Yellow
There's
card.
nothing. Grow up, Tonali.
That's a yellow. Let's do it for the Geordies.
Do it for the dudes.
Come on. 1-0. Nice guy. Got Ray-Bans on there.
They're not Ray-Bans.
They're Ray-Bans.
They were Hugo Boss. He literally said boss down
Did
the
it?
side. Yeah.
Yeah. You read.
Huh?
Illiterate as
Oh,
well.
just grow up, man.
Illiterate bumpkin.
Cole Farmer.
Oh, is he back now? Is this his first game back?
She's got big glasses on.
Oversized glasses there. You know, didn't they have her size?
Say what you see,
know.
lads.
Yeah.
Lads, all we do right now is say what you see. There's a big glasses there. He's got Ray-Bans on.
Yeah. Posh Spice was very fond of the oversized sunglasses.
Yeah. Who's your favourite Spice Girl, man?
Posh.
Is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah.
It's either Posh or Emma, isn't it?
Emma.
Baby.
Yeah, Emma, man.
As they've
100%.
aged, mine is Scary Spice. But back in the day,
Well, 'cause she's from Birmingham.
She's from Leeds.
I thought she was from Birmingham.
She's from Leeds. Why do I know she's from Leeds as well?
because
That's
she's
your
mad
generation,
Yorkshire.
innit? I
She's
mean,
mad
Yorkshire,
Yorkshire.
yeah.
I thought she was from
Eddie
she was from
Murphy she
Birmingham.
was with, innit?
She was with Eddie Murphy, yeah.
They got kids and that.
Don't know. Yeah, they do actually, because he's not... Yeah, they do.
Mad, innit? Eddie,
I like Eddie Murphy. Very funny.
what have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Newcastle up to third.
Say what you see.
They've done so well.
Hey, if anything came on that screen, you say it,
The
wouldn't
thing
you?
is, I didn't want to cover this game. It's a shit game, and I'm having to watch Chelsea multiple times a season. It's killing my brain
But
cells.
you'll be done by
It's killing my brain cells.
2 p.m. You can
I'm
go
getting a coffee
on
and going for a
date.
nice
Yeah, mate,
cycle
I'm
ride.
so desperate for a coffee.
So desperate.
That's how desperate I am.
Oh yeah, Chelsea goal here.
If they nick
Funny.
this, it's gonna be.
Come on, Enzo.
Come on, Chelsea.
Handball.
Ref,
No,
handball.
there's nothing
The
there.
geezer
Nothing
handballed it
there.
outside the box.
There's
Bruno.
nothing there.
Come on, Chelsea.
Doesn't look like you've got 10 men.
You change like...
You know why? Because now the narrative's changed. They've been playing against 10 men all day. They've only scored 1 goal. Now I want Chelsea to score.
Come on, Blues.
Honestly.
You need to fight for this game.
Fight for this point. You need to fight.
We need to get
Let's
a
never
coffee
do
machine.
this time ever again.
No, I'm
No,
not
it's
doing
not
12
worked.
again.
It's not worked at all. We're all over the place. It's really not worked.
No, we
Nah.
need, what is it? 3 p.m.
There's not really
It's our
often...
circadian rhythm, innit? It's
No,
3 p.m.
yeah.
is when we're all alive.
I think we've got a sweet spot.
I can't talk for 2 hours at 12. Who the
No,
fuck
no.
thought I could do that? I can
No.
barely talk as it is.
No, we've got a sweet spot, haven't we?
This
Where we
is-
sort of,
What
I
is it?
reckon...
3:30 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for many years on
Yeah.
various platforms.
Yeah.
Twitch, YouTube.
Yeah! Oh no, you've got to score that!
That's over. For
That's
you.
the chance. That was it.
Euro-
You've got to score that.
It's not the if you get into the Europa League positions next season, it's an upgrade from what you're in now. You're going up a
Yeah,
league.
well,
they're
we're going to
already
be
in
in
it
that
if they
anyway
win.
because we'll
Conference
win the
League,
thing.
then you're in the
They win
Europa
it, they're
League.
already
That's
in it.
fine.
Yeah, but we'll win that anyway.
So if Chelsea win it, they're going to be like 10 English teams in the European competition.
It's
Not
embarrassing.
10, but...
Because there'll be an extra Europa League spot if you like win it.
If
No,
Palace
I don't
win the
think it
FA
works like
Cup, what if Palace win the FA Cup? Are they in? They're in Europe.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
win the FA Cup. Brentford get
No, Palace will be in it anyway, won't they?
Why?
Because you're in the Champions
Oh yeah. I don't know if it works.
That's
like
how it used to work.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but is it? I don't
Because
think
when
it's
Man
that way.
United beat us in the 94 Cup final, we went into Europe the following season.
Wow.
4-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Battered them.
David Ellery got the goals.
Fergie as well said.
Palace in Europe.
You
That's
watch.
crazy.
Glenn Hoddle's going to bring himself on. We're going to batter him.
Mate, we should have won that game. Gavin Peacock hit the bar in the first half.
How
Could have been very
amazing is
different.
that though? For a manager to go, listen, lads, it's going to be really tight. But I tell you what, Glenn Hoddle loves himself. So he's going to bring himself on at some
He
point.
also had to. He was
And
also
then
the
the
best.
midfield will
He was also
open
the
up.
best player at the club.
But it's just like for Fergie to say that in a
Yeah.
team talk and then it happened.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
But then it was quite obvious because he was the best player at the club.
Yeah. Rud Hullet said that in that overlap interview. He was just like, I tell you what. He came to us and he was due to play. He was due to play in the midfield, and he was just so good that he had to play at the back because he was too good and we needed him.
Really,
as
if
sweeper.
Glenn Hoddle wasn't, because he kind of had some mad opinions back in the day, which
No, he
kind
was a
of
great manager.
have forced him out of the
yeah,
spotlight.
Yeah,
Like really, he should be used by
clubs now.
clubs
Yeah.
and in the England national
Some
team
people would
and-
argue
'cause
that
he
he's
was
the
ahead
most
of his
natural. Some people would argue he's the most natural footballer that this country's
Mm.
ever produced. Like it's an arguable point. You ever seen a goal he scored for Tottenham against Watford when he takes it with the back heel and then chips the keeper?
And he did everything so nonchalantly.
Yeah, shirt out, easy.
Arrogant, wasn't he?
I love
Arrogant.
players like that.
Arrogant as a manager
In a
as
good
well.
way as well.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need that as a manager.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
need- in football, you need arrogance.
Mate,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Rud Hullet talking when he came to Chelsea, talking about Mark Hughes, how highly he rates him. Mate, he spoke about Mark Hughes like
who's sorry? Rude Hullet.
Rud Hullet
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that interview.
Oh! It's over. 2-0 Newcastle United.
Bruno Kamara.
That is
I
fantastic.
think that might be an amazing goal, but
No,
it went in
lucky,
really
so
weirdly.
deflected.
Did it
Deflected.
So
yeah, it went in-
deflected.
It had a weird loop. on
So
it, didn't it?
deflected. Yeah, the trajectory's
Bro.
mental.
Look at that. Bosh.
2-0, man.
Doing it for the Geordies out there. Come on. 2-0. They're third, and it's basically the end of the season, and they won the League Cup. It's mental.
Yeah, mate, this puts Eddie Howe in serious conversations about manager of the year. Serious conversations. Ah, fuck.
He'd win it. If City had won the Premier League title this season, he'd win it above Pep, I think. Do you know what I mean? Because it's more of a foregone
Yeah,
conclusion.
but because of
it's
Arne Slot,
I think
Yeah. Very lucky.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, it's better than Slot. Pound for pound. Because he's had to get these players to a level that are above them. He's like Murphy, etc.
Huge deflection off Gusto.
Pound for pound, it's the best managerial achievement in the country this season.
Winning a trophy for Newcastle, the first trophy for 70 years, and getting them into the Champions League spots again. I think you could easily argue, even with Arne Slot's achievement, it's better. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't think it's a hard point to argue.
We should discuss it maybe, in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. There's not many. I mean, no one's kept their club up out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean?
No.
There's no like mad survival story with Kieran McKenna or anything like that.
No. Mate, the David Moyes is the survival story.
Yeah, David Moyes.
That thing about 1 point, 20 points.
Thomas Frank, Glasner.
Thomas Frank, man.
They're
Glasner.
minority shouts, aren't they?
So what we saying, bro? Champions League over?
Before the game, I said win today and we're there, lose today and we're not. So it's very difficult for me to now say that, oh, look, it's going there. Levi Colwell was having it with Burn. But I'm inclined to say that losing here makes it very, very difficult, particularly when you consider the form that Aston Villa are on.
And your next two fixtures, United and Forest. United could be a gimme for you, though.
United could be a gimme.
Is it Old Trafford?
No, it's at Stamford Bridge.
That's something at least, but
It could be a gimme, which will mean it comes totally down to the Nottingham Forest game. If Forest win,
What's happening here?
someone is booked. I think Dan Burn and Levi Colwell were just having a...
Forest, what a
Colwell was
boost for
beaming
Forest.
over to the
Colwell's
ref.
totally
then.
lost his
His
temper.
head's
there.
gone. He was running towards the ref then.
Yeah.
I can't speak
Yeah.
as well. No, Reece James.
Do you know what's really annoying here? This entire game, I think Chelsea have played well. Like, we didn't play well for the 20 minutes. And
Since 10 men.
Since 10 men, we've done really, really well. And basically, it's all gone wrong purely because of Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson has completely and utterly ruined us. Reece James has come on. He's made a massive difference. It makes you beg the question, why didn't he start? You know, if Reece James can have this impact when he gets on the pitch, and Moises Caicedo can have this impact once he's playing in his rightful position, why on earth?
Injury? Is there any injury concern?
No, it's all tactical,
we don't know
mate.
about.
It's all tactical.
Even Gusto.
Even Gusto, a right back, basically a right back. Yeah, yeah. Call me old fashioned, but play a right. Don't play your best midfielder at right back.
It's too much.
Like, it's the least controversial thing in the world, isn't it?
Too
Why don't you
much.
play players where they want to play?
Overdoing it in football's easy sometimes.
Yeah,
Play your best players in the best positions.
yeah, in their rightful positions. Yeah,
It's
not even-
2025. We need inverted midfielders against Newcastle United away.
I know.
When you're not that good, you're not that good.
Which means Caicedo, our best player, is playing out of position. Which means James, our other best player, is not on the
Lavia
pitch.
hasn't got that kind of general round in that energy around
and then
him.
you've got an idiot like Nicholas Jackson up front, who's basically cost us the entire season.
I think you can have a go at Pep for being overthinking things. He's one of the greats of all
No,
time.
he does overthink. Yeah. It's his only flaw, in fact.
Yeah, 100%. 1 minute left. It's game over for Chelsea. Can't believe it.
What a shit.
Dan Burn, man of the match.
He's having a great 18 months, isn't he?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He'll go to the World
I
Cup
think he'd
as well.
have happily retired after Wembley, you know.
I think
Mate, I think Buvey's right, though. He'll go to the World Cup. He will go to the World
Brazil in the World Cup, and I'll fucking
Cup. Yeah.
hate every second of it.
Has Tuchel picked him in his squad?
Yeah.
So far?
Yeah. Also, mate, those positions, they're quite easy for him. Like, Fuck!
Oh my
Great
God.
ball.
Who is
Fuck!
there,
Great
man?
ball.
Jackson,
Who
you
is
see?
there, man?
Gusto.
Mate, you have 30 seconds then to get something out of the game.
Yeah, unlikely, but
No, but you
Yeah.
you get
But
one
there's
and
been a
hope for the
few
best,
moments
isn't
like
it?
that today where a striker should be on it. Remember the keeper spilling it into the box and then
Yeah, you've had a few chances.
done well with 10 men, to be fair.
Yeah, I think so. 100%.
I was looking at a 3-4-5. Philippe Albert dinking the keeper and that.
Fat Forest have got Leicester
Right there,
City.
Ro?
Yep.
Were we interrupted anything?
Yeah, you okay?
I've got things to do, mate.
You on Facebook?
No, I don't have that.
He's on Facebook Marketplace.
Single on Rory?
He's gone on Facebook to add his new mate, Cole Farmer.
Yeah.
Listen to this pillock.
You're on your phone,
Has Cole Palmer
chatting to
played
Cole
today?
Farmer.
Has Cole Palmer played today?
I thought he's been. I think he's been all right.
that like Lewis Smiley
He's not
kid?
been bad. Yeah, Miley's
He's
a good
classed
footballer,
me on
man.
Football Manager, he was.
And Forest have got Leicester City. So that's 3 points. It's like fucking hell.
You like might finish below United at this rate.
I mean, I don't think it's particularly controversial to say that we won't make top 4 now. Because before the game, I said that it was completely dependent on how today's result went. I thought 3 points for either team today would have meant that whoever got the 3 points would make it. And I also thought that a point each would potentially see us both home.
When you look at like Villa and Forest, like throwing it away.
No, but Villa won't throw it away.
No. What I mean is they've tried to at various points.
Yeah.
And Chelsea it stinks. If you don't get Champions League football, it stinks.
Yeah.
It's down to the manager.
Villa, unbelievably, since they went out of Europe, they've really found rhythm. It's not meant to go like that, is it? It's meant to go, fuck off.
Game over. 2-0 the Geordies. 2-0 the Geordies.
Do you know why that's so annoying? It's because it feels very self-sabotage.
Unforced error.
Yeah, self-sabotage. It's like we press a self-destruct button. The game was there for us. They had the first 20 minutes.
Wasn't even. If you get sent off in the 80th minute, it's a tough game. It's been a bit of argy-bargy. Early in the game,
he wasn't even really provoked, was he? He wasn't even really provoked. Yeah, it was a really, really average way of doing it. A really idiotic way of doing it. It really does make massive.
Might have to cut wide, lads.
No, it does.
Please.
Yeah, it really is a poor approach from us today. And I think you can say that the manager got it wrong. The manager got it wrong with the starting lineup. Like, why is Reece James not on the pitch? He comes on, he has that impact. Why is Moises Caicedo playing out of position when he can have that impact? Like, he's our best midfielder. He's the best player on the pitch.
And then the mentality of Jackson as one of the senior players, relatively senior player in the squad. He's not mega young, is he?
No, he's not young. No.
Come on, you got to do better than that, surely.
No, it feels final. Like, when we saw Levi Colwill losing his head towards the end there, felt final.
Yeah.
Which is...
Well, it's the big one on Friday. We'll be back for Chelsea against Manchester United, which I'm looking forward to.
Friday night,
I'm not sure if Rory is. So we'll be back live on Friday. Remember, we've also got the calling show coming this week, the podcast coming this week, which are Wednesdays and Thursdays. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that. And unless Rory's got some final words, have a great weekend. And thank you to Skybet.
I don't. All I can say is Nicholas Jackson is completely responsible for this.
Ta-ra.